Yeah, there will be a third one.
Yeah, that's why I have 3 girl videos. For the exact reason.
Yeah.
I think my most proud video is actually a really shitty old one, but it was the first time I ever wanted to actually try editing. That's the reason I got into YouTube, is I liked editing and film and shit like that. So it was a dying light video that I recorded with Derby, and it was the first time that I ever tried to actually properly edit with sound effects and little montages and shit. So I think that was the most proud I've ever been uploading a video. Even though looking back, it's not very good and there's a lot of stuff that definitely.
But you're proud of it because it's the first time where you actually felt like you put effort into it.
Yeah, it was the premise of it, where I was proud of something that I spent a week and a half on every day, just editing. So I don't know. I was proud of that, but it's not that great of a video, to be honest. It's pretty bad. I think sound effects are shitty and music is bad, but it was the premise of it.
The one thing I can think of off the top of my head that I'd be proud of is the Madison Duke clip, where I said I want to suck your dick to be able to taste it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I've rewatched that clip quite a few times, just still laugh hard at
it. Yeah, that whole fucking bit of us trying to recreate the Madison beer thing, and then you just fucking went all Yiddish. That whole bit was just great. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling whenever you land just a great joke compared to how many times we do not land good jokes at all.
There's a lot more jokes that don't land than jokes that do land, for sure.
I love those because it's always so awkward after, and that's just as good content.
Sometimes
silence for 10 seconds and then just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You're just alright, never mind, on to the next joke.
Yeah.
I feel that's so nice to have and rare in a friend group though. I feel so many people are just so scared to make jokes because they're scared they're gonna get judged. When I make a joke and it doesn't land at all, it's just awkward after. I love it. It's so funny. It always ends up being a clip anyway. Yeah, it just ends up being a clip anyway.
Even if it is awkward, it's not it's deathly awkward.
Yeah, even the awkward shit and jokes that don't land. I have a video where it's just raw footage of us playing, and it did so fucking good because people just like to obviously just listen to us. I mean, there's people listening to the podcast
First of all, thank you very much. Fuck no.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
You the real ones.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool. I got another question. What's the process behind the scenes when setting up a session? Deciding what game, who's playing? Is it set up beforehand? Or is it a who's online kind of thing? I feel like we should talk about that. Yeah, because I feel people think we actually properly set things up and we're on this good schedule and it's come on guys, we need to get our work done. It's you guys want to play at 6? We're yeah, sounds good. And then fucking 6:10, dude's eating for 2 hours after that. Soup's out fucking sitting on a beach. Me and McNasty are just jerking off.
Bro, I'm usually in Discord before anybody else. I just want
you're either here an hour early or just gone.
Or just not there at all.
If I'm not here, then listen, I let everyone know that I can't be there. Basically, the way we record would be just how you would message your friends to get on a game. Say, hey, you boys want to get on at 3 o'clock? All right, yeah. You get a friend that's 30 minutes late. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, the only person I know of that just ends up showing up late is Do. Because you're
Do is late every time.
Well, because you're always oh, I'm gonna go eat, and we're expecting it to be 10 minutes, so we're all sitting in a call, and then you show up 45 minutes later.
Okay, so if we're recording at 3, at 3:01, McNasty starts calling me like he's my girlfriend or something. So
it's Dubra calling him when the street lights are on. He's supposed to be home by then.
Yeah, it's curfew's up, and I'm supposed to be in my chair playing Siege at 3:01. I'm in there still munching on my acorn. I'm just let me finish.
Yeah, and then I call you again at 4:01. You still haven't answered or given me any kind of indication.
Okay.
Now get a room. Get a room.
We're just having
each other. They're always bickering.
Yeah, we're fighting now.
I can't believe they're falling from the inside.
Hashtag Team Drew.
I think the good thing about our group is that we don't really treat like this shit that we do, like as a job.
Seriously?
We literally get on and play for like 2 hours, you know, every day or every other day, and we just fuck around. Like,
I feel like today was a
never
good
take it
representation of how things go. So we messaged in the group chat, hey, 6 o'clock, let's do the podcast. 6 o'clock rolled around, we played Warzone for 30 minutes, and ended up playing some bullshit fucking bully game on Steam for an hour, and it's now 10:22, and we just started the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
that sums up what a normal day is like. In terms of like us picking a game, it's like completely random between Siege or Warzone lately. It's just kind of been like, what are we feeling kind of thing. How many people do we have? Grizzy hasn't been here much because his internet's dying. But usually if we have 5, it's just Siege. Yeah, Grizzy hates us, put that in the title. Yeah.
there's just not any new games to play. Like,
There's nothing.
What do you play?
Yeah. It's Warzone or Siege, pretty much. That's
Bully
about
Simulator, that's in the rotation now. We tried playing Moonbase Alpha as well, but it didn't go well. I think the servers are just nuked. They're just gone from existence.
It kind of actually segues into this other question pretty good. Someone asked, what specifically about Siege do you guys like so much?
I'll let McNasty answer, because he always says this anyway.
It's the downtime on Siege.
Views.
Well, views too, obviously.
Views.
That's
You
why
guys like watching Siege more than anything else, even though it's the same content on any other game.
It really makes no difference what we play. We're not playing the games, really.
No, I'm saying completely commentary.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, what I'm saying, McNasty, is in terms of their entertainment value, it's not going to make a difference what we play, you know?
Like, if we could play CSGO and get the same amount of views as Siege, I would totally be play CSGO. But we don't, because just the YouTube algorithm just does not let CSGO be recommended to people. It's just terrible.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Shut up. No, it
True
doesn't.
at
Shut
all.
up.
That is just not. You're spreading false information. False information.
Anything can hit the algorithm. It doesn't matter what the fucking game is. Nasty.
Yes, it does.
Soup's Ice Age game got 100,000 views.
And how many views does the Siege videos usually get? Over 300,000?
That's not the point, though.
Anything can hit the algorithm.
How you doing there?
Dude, the other day...
How do you think you see, like, dog welcomes man home from war from, like, 12 years ago?
The other day...
video with 20 million views. Like, anything can get recommended.
Man comes home from war to me, dog. Rainbow Six Siege funny moments.
The other day I got on YouTube, and there was just some recommended video of some woman breastfeeding her child. I don't watch anything like that.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
I don't watch anything like that. It just shows up. I'm like, thanks, YouTube. This shit had 8 million views.
Stu has a second channel where he just breastfeeds.
Alright, and I guarantee if you click on their channel, they have 1,000 other videos of the same thing that have like 17 views.
Well, I didn't click on there.
It's so random when videos just do that.
Yes, that's called hitting the algorithm. Nasty.
Yeah, my point is that I'm agreeing with
every
Soup,
Siege
anything
video
can
hits
hit
the
it.
algorithm.
This isn't even a podcast anymore.
This is literally just an argument about...
Toy shop?
Stop!
Okay.
Don't do that kind of shit on the podcast.
I'm
Nobody
sorry
wants
to
to listen to
anybody
your
else.
loud
People who
noises.
fall asleep to this podcast and you just
Wake up, fucker! God, I hope somebody's driving home from the midnight shift.
Alright,
Sorry, my pterodactyl
we
got
gotta
out.
stop.
Dogs with AIDS.
how many buildings has Blonde Barb?
What was the original question?
I just say how many videos has Blarg bombed? That's the question.
Blog bombed. I'm blog. None. Alright, I'm not a fucking terrorist, cunts.
Okay.
What? You said the question. Alright, favorite song at the moment. I am actually curious, because we really, we all have somewhat similar... No, that's not your favorite song. Don't fucking lie. No, that's nobody's favorite song. Don't fucking lie. To all these people, you're gonna tell them that's your favorite song?
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Stacy's mom has a malignant tumor.
It's really sad.
Anyway. Alright, well, we can glaze over that question then.
No, okay, listen, I'll say this. The new Lamb of God singles are pretty awesome. The Memento Mori song. Kick ass. I like it.
I don't think I've listened to them.
Memento Mori?
Yeah. the music video for that is really cool.
I'm just thinking of like a shrine for Maury, the show. Like he's passed away and there's just like mementos on a table.
Of like men who aren't the father? Like what? What a weird shrine.
Yeah, I don't have much commentary on that one. Alright.
Maybe say your favorite song, Dumb Cunts.
Oh,
Oh my god.
no, we're done. Podcast. He was claiming all 5 cents we were making.
No, I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite song. I've been really like into prog metal recently. I like to listen to it while I edit.
Really? Prog metal. Kermit started a metal band.
Yeah, no, like I really like Plenty's stuff, and listening to this guy called Intervals recently. It's pretty cool. Just check him out.
Okay, yeah.
Does he play a lot of animals?
Yes. Anytime you play 2 different notes, it's an interval.
Shut up, nerd.
That's why he has a music band, because he's a
Die?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Die? Question mark? Thoughts on dying?
Dude, I've been listening to so much like old like 90s music. I don't know,
Really?
like Matchbox 20 and like Hootie and the Blowfish.
no.
Yeah, I'm listening to that lately.
For a treat.
Well, I'm not paralyzed.
Vanessa's going shopping for a treat.
Throws on little Reebok mama,
Well, it's because
grills some hamburgers in the backyard and listens to that.
It's because
Friday
I've
night
been
it was late, we were walking down the street and I was dreaming.
Okay, you don't have to sing the lyrics, you fucker. It's because I stream and like I like to play a lot of stuff that like people haven't heard in a long time. They're like, oh shit, I haven't heard the song in a while. And then they start singing along. I was just like, it's a good feeling when you hear a song you haven't heard in like 10 years. You're like, oh shit.
I feel like there's a reason we haven't heard any of those songs in 10 years, though. Yeah?
That's because you're not listening to the right radio stations.
No, it's because they're bad. Is what I was getting at.
Well, I get tons of comments of people saying I love your music taste, and so you can kiss one of my beans. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, it's like Target radio. It's like something.
Yeah, exactly. Songs.
You know what song I do have on that playlist though? It's been
Yeah, I bet you do.
You don't have to sling the lyrics along.
British soup.
God, that'd be
Right,
Britney Spears and Nasty Jr.
Alright, can we go on to another fucking question?
No.
Become a little
No,
cancerous.
sing more lyrics.
No, please. Nope. So I'm going to write little Tic Tacs.
Stop.
Is your balls?
Yeah.
God, that would be fucking gross. If you had little Tic Tac balls on a 6'7" person.
Yeah, that was actually one of the questions too. People were asking if somebody said is Magnassi actually 6'7". And yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, good. Glad we covered that.
I would,
Okay, on to the next one.
Could you imagine me being 5'6" wearing a size 17 shoe?
You'd be hung, son.
I'd look like an elf. I would look so weird.
Yo, if
You look like a capital L.
clown feet, dude. Bro, if you and I ever like actually go walking, I'm gonna look like your son.
So you are. It would probably be best if you just like I just gave you like a piggyback ride. You look like no.
Or you just like held him like a briefcase.
Breastfeed me.
Probably best if you just start like
Just hog tie your feet and legs together and just hold you like that. You look like
Actually,
a handbag.
if we all stood next to each other, we'd make a signal bar, like a phone. Because it's do, then me, then soup, then you. But you'd be
I feel like that's how it is in any group of people.
really?
Because you would
I
go
feel
from
like
shortest
there's
to tallest. Unless you guys are all the same
Yeah, but
height.
I feel like usually most people are average height, but we're all like dude's 4'1". I'm like just over 6 foot tall. Soup is what, 6'2", 3"?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'd make a little cell phone
Wi-Fi
signal bar.
or cell phone, yeah, LTE.
No, Wi-Fi. We'd be bent to shit.
5G.
5G causes coronavirus. What?
True. Yep, get it trending.
Yep,
5G lowers your credit score and increases your mortgage. Anyways.
Okay. Alright, next
Defamation?
question.
Well, here's a good one. What is the scariest thing you've ever experienced?
Nasty's face.
Podcast over. I'm gonna go cry in my bathtub.
Listen, man, I'm just trying to build up the narrative that you guys are ugly and that's why you haven't done a face reveal.
We've already given the answer to the face why we haven't done one. You don't need to keep creating
We're idiots. You know.
Build the narrative. I actually don't know. Oh, I actually almost got kidnapped once and I had no idea I was getting kidnapped.
What the hell? Were you a kid?
No, I was 23. I just left. I left the grocery store with a random man. Thought it was my dad. No, I was little and we were playing baseball, and me and my friend were playing. This dude came up and was like, "Oh, one of my balls is like down in the little ditch thing. And I don't want to get it. Do you guys mind going to grab it?" So like, yeah, sure. And we just walked over with him. We were probably like 7. And we got over there, and he had like, it wasn't like a stereotypical big white like sketchy van. It was just like a regular like gold like Dodge Caravan. And luckily, my mom watched us walk. It was just like, where the fuck are they going? So she like followed to see why we were following this guy. So we just got there, and he like opened the trunk and was like pretending he was looking for shit. My mom just got over there and started freaking the fuck out. There was no ditch back there or anything.
What the fuck?
So, like,
you almost got
yeah,
molested. That's wild to
Yeah,
think about.
she literally, like, she thought, like, we talked about this actually somewhat recently, and she thought he was, like, trying to grab, like, rope or something to, like, restrain us in the back of the car. So she just grabbed us and was just, like, got the fuck out of there, and, like, they called the police and stuff. I don't know what happened. I was so young that I just, like, had no idea.
Not too long after I went to
I was just,
bed.
like, going over to me. I was just going over this fucking baseball and his little thing. 'Cause we're at a baseball park, so it made sense. But yeah, no, that was that's probably definitely the scariest. Yeah,
I could have easily died in a car accident this one time. We were me and my family were driving to visit family in the rain around like Christmas time or whatever, and we were on the highway out in the fast lane. My dad was driving like 80 in the rain for some reason, and we lost control and we spun across like 5 lanes of highway traffic, and never touched a single car, and we actually like spun out all the way to the shoulder on the other side of the highway, and we were like facing to go back out and like spin again on the highway. But you know those little mile markers that are all along the highway? We just happened to clip that, and it held our car in place, and we never touched a single car.
Oh my god.
That is fucking lucky.
Yeah, I know. I could easily be dead. Yeah. Easily the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
That's something.
Just to see like I felt like I was on a roller coaster because the car was like spinning round and round and round. Yeah. There's nothing he could do really about it.
Never
so
been
we just got
anything
lucky.
like that in the car.
Yeah.
Well, I've been rear-ended by a semi-truck. I had VIP tickets to a Paul McCartney concert. And me and my dad and my sister were going. And my sister was laying down in the back seat because she was tired. And so we were on the bridge too, from like where I live in like Windsor area to Detroit. There's a bridge called the Ambassador Bridge. We were like right at like the peak of that. And my dad's car had this little thing where it automatically would brake if it thought you were getting in an accident. And there was roadworks, so it saw a piece of metal on the ground, and the sensor thought it was another car. So it slammed our brakes, and then a semi-truck rear-ended us. It rear-ended us so hard that the back axle got like pushed into the car, and my sister fell between the front seats and the back seats and was held there by the axle. And like we stopped. She wasn't injured or anything, but like we stopped. My dad looked over at me. He's like, "Holy shit, like, you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And you just hear from the back my sister just like this muffled like, "Ah," and like turn around and literally
She definitely woke up to a strange fucking thing on her shoulder, like in her head she's like, "What the hell?" She wakes up in her head, she's like, "What the hell is on my arm?" Looks over, like, Ah, shit.
Like, gone, just disappears. Just, you just hear from the back, my sister just like this muffled, like, ah, and like turn around, and literally she's just like gone, just disappears, just eaten by the seat. But we all ended up being fine. The car was completely written off, obviously, because like the back axle was gone, like the whole frame of the car was fucked up, and then we ended up getting a ride from a random gentleman to the Paul McCartney concert, got really drunk, and I don't remember how we got home, actually. But clearly I made it here.
I think for me,
that was fun.
It's Grandmaster Witcher, but whatever.
It's funny how all of ours were like on vehicles or whatever. I was on the highway with some of my friends, and for some reason, like, my friends picked me up after a baseball game, and they wanted me to go get like a milkshake or something somewhere, and like we were going down the highway. It was like 11 o'clock at night, so it was pretty dark out, besides like street lights and everything. But going down the highway, and we got to this red light, and we had all of our windows down, and some dude pulled up beside us and was just like, "What the fuck did you just say to me, you little prick?" or something like that, like screaming at us. I mean, we were all yeah, it was Ninja in the car. He's like, "What the fuck you say to me, you little shit?" Something along those lines. He was like screaming at me and my friends, saying all this shit. And like apparently, I guess he thought one of us had said something to him, but none of my friends and I didn't say anything to the guy. And he was pissed off. And so when the light turned green, we like sped off, and we were in the fast lane. And this crazy motherfucker was going like 100 up the suicide lane and was like screaming at us. So he's in like the middle lane of the highway, the turning lane of the highway, speeding like 100 coming after us. So my friend speeds up and he turns off like this little exit. And we're like flying off.
Motherfucker, you send him a baton and you'll be slaughtered in an instant, you moron.
It turns into like a dirt road. And we thought we were getting followed still by this guy. And so my fucking genius friend in the passenger seat, I was in the back seat, was like, "Bro, turn the lights off, turn the lights off." So we're going like 80 down a dirt road without lights on. With the lights on.
Yeah, you guys are fucking retarded.
Like 11 o'clock at night.
And
we thought this dude was like chasing us. And I think that the guy had gave up actually like a while back, but we were like paranoid. So we're flying down this dirt road with no lights on. And my friend was like,
"A vampire."
And next thing you know, dude, it felt like we hit train tracks. Like, you know how it feels going over train tracks? It felt like that, but going like 80 miles per hour. We like jumped a ditch. We went across a road. Luckily we fucking we didn't get hit by a vehicle because we ran a stop sign and jumped across a ditch and scraped like the front end of my friend's dad's truck, like up the side of this ditch. Dude, I had an ulcer like on my tongue. My head hit the roof of the truck and I bit the ulcer off. And and my seatbelt left a fucking bruise across my chest.
Oh yeah, I had that after we got rear ended too. It's like a fucking full purple line across my chest.
And
God, that is nuts.
Yeah, we scraped the whole front end of the truck up the side of this ditch, and we had to like turn it around and drive it through this fucking ditch and get it back onto the road. And we got it back to my friend's house, and it was like dripping coolant, like all these fluids were leaking. Like the headlights were like hanging out the side.
Oh my god. That guy was still chasing you too.
Dude, it was bad. And we had got home pretty late. It was probably 12 or something at that point. And my friend's dad, it was his truck, was asleep getting ready for work or whatever, you know, sleeping to get ready to wake up for work. And so we all go inside and like, oh my god, I was scared.
Pretend nothing happened?
No, we went inside and my friend was like, "Alright, let me go talk to my dad real quick." And all I hear from his parents' bedroom is, "What the fuck?"
How would he explain that? Yeah, Dad, we Dukes a Hazard it over a full fucking ditch, crashed the front of the truck.
And like I grew up with this dude, and like his dad was basically like another one of my parents, you know, or whatever. So I called my mom. I was like, I'm scared. Come pick me up. I want to go home.
Mom picked me up and totaled the truck.
Literally, I was like, Mom, pick me up. I want to go home. I was probably 16 at the time or something. Maybe a little bit older. It might have been 17. But I was like, yeah, Mom, come pick me up. I'm not staying here tonight.
Jesus. McNasty, do you have one?
Mine doesn't involve a car, unfortunately. It actually is when I was a kid. I went up to this lake where I lived by, and I went with my grandparents and one of my cousins, and we took our bikes up there, and like we would just like ride our bikes around the lake, just you know, because we're kids, and there was like this there was this area where the road would go down to an area, so it would like you'd have to kind of go in like a loop-de-loop down, and I was only probably like 10 or something, and I was a pussy, and my cousin did it, and he just like kept like pressuring me to go down on my bike, and eventually I was just like, you know, I gotta impress my cousin, because he was like a few years older than me. So I was like, oh man, he's cool.
You gotta make yourself.
Yeah, I had to like impress my cousin on a bike. I don't know. So I went down the hill, and I was zooming. I was going fast as hell, and it felt cool while I was doing it, because I'm just like, wind's just blowing my hair, and I'm just doing like fucking flash on a bike. And all I remember after that point was seeing a dirt patch, and my handlebars just turning completely to the left. And after that, it's just completely like, I just woke up in the hospital, and like that's all I remember. I hit the ground. So when that happened, I hit the dirt patch, and my wheel literally just turned to the side. Apparently, I just went flying face first into the ground, and like completely knocked me out for like multiple hours. And like
that explains a lot about you today.
I think a lot happened on that day.
Yeah.
My grandparents weren't around. They weren't like in that area while me and my cousin were on our bikes. So like this random lady like she saw and like ran up to me. And this is all just from what I've heard. She like ran up to me and she saw me, and I was just like a bloody mess. She thought I was like dead. And yeah, just like
she should have left you there.
She should have stood on you and kept walking.
She grabs you and you're speaking Yiddish now.
You know, Blarg, you should have got molested, dude. You should have died. Soup, you should have died. Fuck all three of you.
I think Dew should have been molested.
Well, somebody's got to do it eventually. Please.
But yeah, for the longest time, I just because my whole face was just scraped up. So for the longest time, I couldn't eat like food. Like I couldn't move my face. It was just like completely stiff.
Because if it was all scrapes, every time you try to like move, it probably.
So all I could eat, I just remember my mom making like garlicky mashed potatoes, and that's like all I ate. Cause I could put that like in my mouth and kind of just like push it around. I didn't have to like chew it. And then yeah, I would have to drink like sodas with like straws and stuff. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was just like it just felt like forever. My face was just really fucked up. And I had like I broke a couple of my teeth. So like right now I have like crowns over my teeth.
Oh really?
And yeah. Yeah, my shit fucking rocked as a little kid.
By dirt.
By dirt, just
jackass shit, dude.
Yeah. I got another question. I feel like I don't know if you guys would have, but have you had any experiences with like police? Like, have you ever been arrested, or have you ever seen something funny or anything cool?
The only thing I was in a police car because I ditched school, and he brought me back to school.
Oh, that's funny.
That's like it. Yeah, I've never really dealt with police other than that.
One of my favorite childhood memories is my dad owned a chain of grocery stores, kind of about. But there was like 8 of them at one point.
Outside too.
Cognito, and he's still dressed like a royal god.
Just one.
You're the one that said Arab.
Fucking amateur. Amateur! If you're going incognito in the skies, you don't wear the same armor that you wear to protect the Duchess. People instantly sniff that out and figure out, oh, he's the top guard for Duchess, then that chick that's right next to him might be the Duchess. But do you think of this? No, because you're a fucking amateur.
Like, get put in one of the stores, like that would be his version of babysitting me. He'd just throw me in one of the stores and like hand me off to somebody and make me like work for like a nickel. But I was sitting at the front and I was doing bags that day, and this one was like
how old are you?
Grocery store that I mean, I worked there from like
True.
7 to like 14.
Vampires aren't really affected by the sun.
Yeah, I mean that was it. But they were all old customers and they thought it was like all cutesy. They're like, oh, look at him, and like,
Chinatown,
so cute. Yeah.
They do that shit's everywhere in Chinatown. They have their kids working all those restaurants and shops and stuff. Yeah.
But it's probably when I was like 12. And this fucking dude came in. Like, this was the only grocery store that was in like a pretty fancy neighborhood. But that one was always the most fun to work at. So I was sitting there doing bagging, and this dude with a massive trench coat was like it looked like he was like hugging himself. Like you could tell he was trying to keep it closed. And I was like, that is sus as fuck. So I like turned to this dude named Paul, and he was like an MMA fighter. Like that was what he did. Like he loved that shit. So I was like, I think that guy is stealing. And Paul confronted him and was like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, what's in your jacket? Why are you holding it like that? And the dude just took off and started sprinting. And I ran out after them because I wanted to watch. And Paul caught up to him and he jumped in the air and kicked him from behind. And like literally like both his legs probably made contact like midway up this guy's spine. Like he was like 5 feet
paralyze him?
And he kicked him. Bro, the funniest thing, he kicked him. And this dude's jacket just opened and hot dogs just exploded. There was literally probably like 20 packages of hot dogs that just bursted out of this man's fucking jacket.
Dude, if that happened and I was the owner of the store, I couldn't even be mad. I would just be like, you know what, you can have the hot dogs.
I was on the ground in tears, and Paul, once he grabbed the guy, was laughing his ass off, but he sat him down. This guy was like not doing great after that drop kick. Sat him down, put him on the curb. We waited for the police to get there. Police got there, they're interviewing Paul. Fucking dude gets up and tries hauling ass again, makes it 3 feet, and they just tasered him and he just dropped.
Oh my god.
All this over hot dogs. Yeah. The hot dog thief, man.
The most insane fucking hour of my life, bro. It was so funny. But yeah, it turns out the dude had like a really bad history of like stealing and like a lot of like domestic abuse, and like he had hepatitis, and like all these random things. just chucking hundreds of hot dogs at this bitch. Yeah, no, that was definitely the funniest cop experience I've had, watching them tase this dude that just got drop kicked running away with hot dogs. It's just like, if I could have one image where I could just watch it at any point in my head, it would just be him getting kicked with hot dogs just bursting out of his jacket.
I want to see a news report on that, man.
I wonder if there is one. I can actually look it up while somebody else tells their story. If they have any.
I don't have any. I've never had any.
I have another one about a cop, but if anyone else has another one, they can go first.
How many big workers have access to it?
I don't know. I don't really have any like crazy cop experiences. I had this friend who his brother was a state trooper, and he was like the chillest black dude ever. He was a fucking state trooper, and we were all like 17 or 18, and he would buy us alcohol.
What? Yeah. That's sick as fuck.
He would buy us alcohol, and like, he was like the coolest state trooper ever. And he was like, I'd rather you kids like do it here, and I know that you're safe, than like go out and do it. So,
I mean, that is like,
yeah. I mean,
the way to do that.
I mean, as an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, you're gonna get alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get it from somewhere. So.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, well, most European countries you can drink at like 16, so it's not.
Yeah, he was just being safe about it.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and back whenever I used to partake in the marijuana smoking, like hotboxed my truck with a few of my friends, and we had to give him a ride somewhere after we had done that. So it was like so I'm like high as fuck, and I'm like, oh my god, the state trooper is about to get in my truck after I hotboxed it. Jesus Christ. And there was still like a roach like in my center console.
I mean, it just wouldn't care.
he didn't care. Like we were all kind of like looking at each other and like snickering or whatever. And he gets in, he's just like, do I smell weed in this vehicle? And I was like, oh my god. I was like, what is it? I was concerned. Like, I was like, I know he's chill, but like, am I actually gonna get in trouble for smoking weed? He just did not give a fuck. He just didn't care at all.
Lucky. That is very
Yeah, I was
lucky.
like, oh my god. But like, I didn't know that I had to give him a ride somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've ever been at a point in my life.
I probably should have started
That's
with,
pretty cool.
have you noticed any wine
In
missing?
my truck after
Any
I
Sergei's missing?
still in there, and I didn't get in trouble.
Wow. I have a good question. This is something that I have like thought about a time or two. What was your first impressions of each other? I really want to know.
I don't even remember. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I found you guys pretty much the same as I do now, whereas it's like, they're my humor, and they're fucking retards.
It wasn't anything like when you
that's what
first
I look
played with
for.
us to where like you felt like we were a certain way and then it ended up not really being that way.
You're dumber than I had even thought you were.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like
Yeah, I agree with that.
he's met my expectations of how, you know.
Well, no, when I first started playing with McNasty, you were quieter in sessions and you didn't be like, ugh!
Well, I think that just comes with like comfort over time.
Right,
I've
right.
always been like that.
Do that when I'm comfortable.
Well, the thing is too is when I was a fan of you before I met you, so obviously I'm not just gonna join a call and just like scream and act like a dummy.
Helen Keller screech.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I met Dew before I met you guys, and Dew had invited me to play Siege with a bunch of people that I don't think I'd ever met before.
It was CS, I think.
Well, no, I mean like whenever we started playing Siege, like with McClellan.
Oh, Siege. Oh, okay, yeah.
And like whenever we were actually making like jokes or whatever, I was like, Dew is gonna hate me after this. He's gonna like regret ever inviting me to anything. Because everyone would like make jokes or whatever, but then I would just come out of left field. I was like, I'm gonna see how far I can push these guys to see like. I was like, I'm gonna see how far I can take it before they're just like, yeah, let's not invite Soup back or anything. So I was worried. I was worried about that for a while. I was like, these guys are gonna hate me. Like.
Nah, yeah, no. We actually all came to find out later that we all have like the same sense of humor, pretty much.
Yeah. I never expected you to have that sense of humor, dude. Just from like watching your videos.
neither did
and
I.
I was just like,
Oh
man.
no. I kept my channel like somewhat family friendly, but I've always loved offensive humor. I just never put it in my videos that much because I was always afraid to. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. So
I
mean, that's like the humor I had with like my IRL friends and my family and stuff like that. I just didn't project it onto YouTube a lot, but you guys definitely helped bring it out onto the channel. So you know,
Yeah, we're good for that.
yeah.
I remember I didn't like Soup at first. I don't know why, but I remember like playing with you a couple times, and anytime I would get a Siege session going, I would try to not invite you. Like, I don't remember why. I was just like, I don't know. I just can't remember why exactly. But then after we played more and more, I was like, man, this guy is like. And the thing is, you brought out the stupidity in me even more.
You're welcome.
Like I mean, I wouldn't say my channel was like
compliment? I
PG
feel like
before.
that's kind of a backhanded compliment.
Well, it's actually well, I mean, it's pretty much a compliment because like before my content wasn't like all the way PG, but it was really like kind of gameplay oriented. And then like after I started hanging out with like Soup and you guys, I was just like, yeah, I just accepted that I'm a fucking retard. I make retard jokes.
Well, see, that's something that I was always like big worried about. I was like, dude, nobody wants to play with my ass because I say the most reckless, like stupid shit. But
I feel like I definitely played with YouTubers who I don't play with anymore because of that. Like, I'll say such fucked up shit that they're just like, I can't get any content with this guy. Which is kind of weird.
I'd like to think I know the line pretty well. Like, sometimes
you can read the room for the most part. I feel like.
Yeah, like I know the point.
The thing is, I don't like being in a group of people recording to where I feel like I have to censor myself. That makes me not want to like even try to be funny.
Looks like all the arrows are full.
Yeah, I mean,
for the longest time, I didn't even want to make videos with you guys. Especially like first starting out, like whenever I was doing stuff I only do, I was like, nah, I'm just not even gonna play.
Ready?
Yeah, because you've always been just like either just you or like one other person. You've never been like a group YouTuber.
Well, I did group stuff. See, I started out doing like group stuff, and it just didn't really work out for me for whatever reason. And then I started doing more solo stuff, and it started working. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to be more of like a solo YouTuber or whatever. But then as time went on, and I got more used to it, and you get people that are like-minded.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main thing, is like finding like-minded people. But to be honest, I didn't think, like, I originally didn't think I'd record that well with you guys. Like, I knew I had this similar sense of humor as Soup, because like I met Soup before really you guys. Like, I knew you guys, but like I met Soup at PAX, so we like got drunk together in like 17, 18, I don't know, I'm not sure what year it was, but yeah, I got like drunk with Soup, so like I knew his humor and stuff, so I was like comfortable with him, but like I just did not know how to make jokes and like keep up with you guys when you first started inviting me. I don't even know why you first started inviting me, because like the first times I did play with you guys, I was so fucking quiet.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Well, it was always McNasty wanting to invite you back. I mean, no,
yeah,
I don't mean that in a bad way. Well, I mean, McNasty was the only one who wanted
no, and he just kept doing it.
Well, no, like
Straight Cat just
it was. He always sent me a message. It was always McNasty for some reason.
Because McNasty would be like, oh, we can invite Blarg, and I would be like, okay, sure. Like, I never said like no or anything.
I always felt like my kind of like part of the group, especially when we first started playing together. I always felt like I was the one like bringing people in, you know? Like, I would like
you were, because you invited me.
Yeah, like I would avidly try to go out and like contact YouTubers on Twitter and be like, hey, let's play together. This and I was like the one like trying to always get new people into the group and like testing out if people were compatible or not.
Well, dude, what the fuck made you want to invite me? Like, I always thought that was so random. I was like,
I don't remember the time, like the
you
first time.
Messaged me, you're like, you want to play like CS:GO or Siege sometime, and I was just like, what?
Really? You thought it was that weird, huh?
Well, I didn't think it was that weird, but I was just like, sure.
When I first started doing Siege stuff, I think I started kind of with like Kugo. I don't remember when I invited you exactly. I don't remember the first time, but I remember I had played CS with you, maybe once or twice for my YouTuber game show things or whatever.
Yeah, the first two you were in, I remember that.
And I just liked you from there. I was like, hey, I'll just invite Soup, you know? I don't know.
I appreciate it.
What a mistake. What a mistake that it's turned into this dog shit.
Yeah, I don't think you had a lot of Siege videos out before I started playing with you. I think maybe you had like one or two, yeah.
Yeah,
because then Kugo brought me in, like Kugo invited me.
Kugo's the reason I met you, yeah.
I can't remember if Soup was there the first time. No, I think it was, the first time we played is when it was like me, you, Kugo, John, I think Jay, maybe?
That is an odd group.
Yeah, but that's when we made the like, when you like Googled the world's longest turd or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like my fourth Siege video.
Yeah,
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, so we were doing a lot of Siege before. Did you ever try and do guitar stuff on Siege or no?
I tried it once and I got nothing, so I just scrapped the recording.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be way too hard, because that's too competitive of a game. COD is like fucking, half the time it's people playing out of their speakers with like some fucking random music going on and just like people screaming in the background. Like, they're not focused. Siege is like, it's so sweaty.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would not work.
It was kind of like how when I tried to do it on CS once, and CS was so toxic. Because it's another game where you kind of got a sound whore, and they don't want some retard playing, you know, Slash over the mic. So.
Yeah.
Fucking doggy.
Well, the thing is, too, is you got noticed so much on COD that it was like that made good content. Like you would go and just play like you could just play like open streets, and be like, oh my god, that's the dude. People just like you'd have like 4 people recognize you. Maybe.
Dude was the only guy with a guitar in there. That's dude.
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't really a lot of people. There's not a lot of people that do that anymore. When I first started, there were some people doing it. Like I don't know, Soup, you probably know like Todstra, and like people like him and like So Close to Toast, and there's some people way back then that used to do it. But by the time I got big on it, I was kind of the only person doing it, really. So,
well, I'll be honest. I actually played guitar on Black Ops 2 as well. I had like 2 or 3 videos of me doing that. No, actually, I think I found you.
VR chat, so we've all copied the dude. It's no big deal.
No, listen. Actually, I was friends back in the day. I was friends with Codstra, and he used to play piano on Black Ops 2. And I was like, dude, that's really cool. I'll play guitar on Black Ops 2. And so I had made a video, and he was like, you know, the guy, the dude does this, right? I was like, really? Because mine was different. I didn't do a song request. I would just go into a lobby, and I would be like strumming chords, and I would like sing people's usernames. I'd be like, you're a fucking stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
I would be like playing a song, like
you could release that today, and I would not be surprised. Like that'd be the same shit.
Dude, on private though, it's like.
Yeah, he had told me about you, and then that's when I looked you up, and I was like, wow, these are actually good. And then I was like, yeah, I'll just delete mine.
Dude, I must have had like 400 subs when you found me. You found me so early.
Yeah. Or you might have been in my recommended after I had uploaded that or something. I found you sometime. Right? Either I had seen you in my recommended or somebody no, what I think it is somebody mentioned you, or Codstra had mentioned you, but I never looked you up, and then I seen you in my recommended.
I still remember our first DM. This is really random. But I remember our first DM, you just asked me what my mic was that I recorded with.
Really?
Hello, boys. We expected someone else.
Dixie cup.
You asked me just like what my mic was, and I probably just told you, yeah, I wrap a rock band mic around my neck and just let it dangle or something.
It's a really weird, unsweet question.
Yeah, I think that's the very first thing you ever said to me. So.
Alright, I got one more question. I think we're probably good then.
Yeah.
Because it's probably been.
Yeah, your men ain't gonna do shit. They're gonna die instantly. So yeah.
It'll probably be a short one. Would you guys ever make any type of content under the Goons brand other than the fan? We haven't even discussed this. I'm just curious. I'm curious as to your thoughts too.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. It's just too soon for sure.
Right.
In terms of like it being something they're interested in, like is that something you guys? Because we barely even spoke about this. Like me and Soup,
just not right now.
Yeah, me and Soup said we were very well. Yeah, obviously not right now. I'm not going to America. It's a fucking war zone.
Me and Blard really like cow chop and the stuff that they used to do, and I think that we could do something similar to that. That would be really fucking fun.
That would be so fucking fun. Because like I've always loved the idea of making IRL content. I just like my friends are fucking lame. So like it's there's nothing to do. But yeah, that'd be fun as hell.
I actually have a good question we can end this on. It's super quick. Who's the most fuckable SpongeBob character? For me, it's Patrick dressing up as a woman.
Isn't that Crispy's question?
That's Crispy's question. Thank you, Crispy.
Shout out to Crispy.
It's Patricia 100% fucking slam that bitch.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Patrick dressed up as a woman.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'll one up you, Patrick dressed as Patrick.
All right, fair enough.
Squidward's house.
I just want to sit on Patrick's rock. That's it.
Alright, that means two things, but yeah, anyways, that's the end of this podcast episode.
SpongeBob is asexual.
Same here, mate.
Yeah, so anyways, Goons Podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Follow our fucking Twitter. Follow our Twitter. Follow our Twitter.
SpongeBob likes
like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow our Twitter.
If you're still listening, you
follow our fucking Twitter at GoonsPC.
SpongeBob is
follow our Twitter.
Hey, shut up, Sue.
You could peg SpongeBob from so many different angles.
Well, hello, very tattooed one. How's it going? Not your lucky day, is it, mate?
See?
Welcome back to the Goons podcast.
Very funny, but you won't be laughing when they take off when he breaks your shoulder, mate.
Where does all those extra words come from?
Well, if anyone knows Portuguese, they'll know what it says. So.
Somebody pushed her down the stairs.
Who the frick do you say? Ring, ding, 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 ding.
You're gonna be useful.
Ring a ding a ding a ding a ring a ding a ding.
Oh my god.
Ring ding 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 ding. Goons podcast. Ring ding 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 ding.
Somebody's just starting up their motorcycle in the background while he talks. Okay, so we haven't even really said an actual intro. Is that our intro?
Yeah, welcome back.
Alright, okay, that's wow, that was a lot.
What have you guys been up to today?
I went to an eye exam, got hit on by some old Asians and Latinos.
Oh yeah? Just a regular day as a black guy.
I want to see big black man dog tonight.
Oh my.
It was just awkward. I went for an eye exam and like, dude, I was the only one in there. It was so fucking weird.
What? Wait, did you get hit on by the eye doctor? I'm pretty sure they make a decent amount of money. Yo, what are you doing? You dropped the bag.
Baby, you need some cataracts.
I'm in a relationship.
Oh yeah, but you can have two.
Oh, I believe you, mate.
Mormons do it.
Just that it's not gonna do you any good to save you.
But she was like,
Mormon,
yo,
busy.
she was like, your
Motherfuckers
birthday,
do it.
your birthday March 28th, 2001. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, 19, you big boy, huh? I'm like, what the fuck?
Why'd she call you big boy?
No, I don't know.
I was
12 inches, 19.
Bro, I would have squared up with her.
He's telling the truth.
And then, dude, because I was the only one, basically, it was pretty much
No
all
one heard you
fucking
scream.
female. No, it was female doctors. There was like 5 of them. And when I had to pick out my frames, like, they were just following me around. I guess, like, they were looking at glasses, too, for no reason.
Grizzy, I'm thinking they followed you for a not good reason. I don't think they were going for a sexy reason.
Oh yeah.
Listen. I'm not even gonna say the reason why I think that they were following.
No, like they weren't like just following me. Like they were like trying to suggest frames and stuff like that. And they're just one of them randomly had a conversation with me, like an old Latina, and she's like, "Oh, you have big shoulders." I'm like, "What the fuck?
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be here.
You should have asked for a massage.
Yeah,
Big
no, because
person shoulders.
basically what happened was I was talking about how I needed like bigger frames for my big ass head.
There's a lot of big things going on.
He'll be fine.
Bisexual.
He's a captain.
Yeah, if I was everything big, not just like adequate anything.
Big shouldered man.
True.
Big frame. Ain't nothing about me small.
Because I have a large ass head.
You do got a pretty sizable head.
Yeah, I'm big head too. What size hat do you wear, Grizzy?
I can't wear hats. My head's too big.
You never tried to wear like a fitted hat before?
Yeah, my size don't exist. Last time I wore a hat, I was like 9.
9?
Yes, I have a big ass head.
Wait, a size 9?
Or you were age 9.
No, age 9.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, they don't even make a fucking 9. That is so huge.
No, I know.
Grizzy, if you ever needed like a sweatband, you could just put like a towel on the inside rim of a hula hoop. Just use that as a sweatband for your head.
No, it's just like having a big head on top of like having a lot of hair. Just hats will not.
Oh, the hair does it, yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of hair too. Your hair's like thick too.
Yeah, if I have long hair, I'm easily a size 8 in fitted hats.
If you sheared Grizzy's head, you could wear him as a sweater, like his hair.
Probably, yeah.
Easily.
Dude, my hair and your hair combined, dude, you can make a whole outfit.
We can make a fucking.
You guys can make a skirt and a nice top.
Let's put some of our hair on eBay and see what the highest bid goes to.
Did Two Man do that?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. I think he sold it for like fucking 10 grand or something crazy. Whoa! Actually, I don't want to say that because I could be wrong, but it probably did sell for some
I was gonna say
ridiculous
shit.
amount.
If somebody wants to pay me 10 grand for my hair, I'll take it.
Yeah, you get for a butthole hair.
Yeah, just with a little dingleberry in
The
it.
fact that 2 Man hair for sale comes up on Google, like as a suggested search.
That's when you know you've made it. When your hair appears on Google as a
Oh, it did!
product to
It sold for
purchase.
10 grand! It sold for 10,501 Canadian.
Alright, I'm.
Oh, wait, 10,000 Canadian?
Wait. Did he sell all of it or just like a portion?
He sold. He sold
when he
this
shaved his head.
fucking clump of his hair. It's like a clump.
Hey, remember that period where he shaved his head and his hair was all fucked up?
Alright, well, I'm selling all my hair now for 50 grand. Contact me. Find it to figure out my contact. I think that is already.
You don't know where you live?
Why would I give somebody my address? I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, just feel free to stop by and buy my hair real quick.
Okay, give it a little brush, see how you like it before you take it home.
BYOS, bring your own scissors. Can I continue?
Okay.
Let's talk about let's talk about a topic. I've just been
I got a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
Someone wants to know. I'll just read the whole thing. Hey, so don't laugh because this is a real story. Cough, blarg, cough. But I have dated 4 girls and the first 3 were all furries. And they either dumped me for another furry or moved to Ohio or both. I think I need some major help with choosing Ohio.
I think the problem is as a furry, you gotta act like a dog too. He must have not peed on the fire hydrants or something, and they just
Just take a big dog piss on all their heads, and then
you gotta
see which
lean
one
into the
comes
role.
back. You gotta show that you're the alpha dog, the doge, alpha furry.
You must have been arfing and not woofing.
yeah, it's like eat your own shit in your backyard or something.
What the fuck going on in Ohio, bro?
Yeah, what's going on in Ohio? Why is there so many furries in Ohio? And why me specifically laughing at them? Everyone laughed at them before me.
Casually goes into Walmart in Ohio, you see everybody has a tail.
Yeah, everybody's a fucking. Everybody's got their
Going to
personas on.
avoid Ohio.
My question when it comes to
You know, Walmart work like, you know what the dog food is at.
The whole grocery aisle, my friend.
The whole store.
my question when it comes to furries is, do they like when you're with somebody as a furry and let's say you're a cat?
Oh, not another fucking suit, jacket, suit thing, whatever.
With like, do they
How
just
dare
like?
you say
Do they
that?
ever leave? Do they ever like,
Great, I have to take off my goddamn.
they just go find
Ah.
a fish furry somewhere?
There's just like
Like, they just
severe.
completely leave the person that has real emotions between
Do
the
you
person.
think that they use a toilet or a litter box?
I would be so fucking pissed if I walked by my girlfriend shitting in a litter box. I wonder if like.
I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get out, please. Don't shit on my cup.
Yeah, I guess the animal abuse. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Like, I wonder if there's like, if they're fully into their persona, if they get mad when they see like a cat or a dog. Like, I don't know what the lore
Excuse
is
me.
behind furries. I don't know
Is
what's.
that the cat?
Yeah.
The actual real
Yeah, very indistinguished, guys.
Try to fuck the cat. I don't know what furries do, bro.
I
don't
use
know.
TikTok a lot, I know that.
Uh-huh.
Way too much.
Yes, they do.
And uncomfortable now.
You know that.
Is that your For You page?
Yeah,
Yeah.
are you,
No,
are you
I
on
watch-
TikTok?
I watch TikTok compilations and I see a lot of furries.
That's unfortunate. What was the advice we were supposed to? What is the advice we were supposed to give? Or like, what the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know, maybe
Roasting their
don't,
lifestyle.
maybe don't date a furry.
Well,
Maybe
Be a
stop
fucking
being a
normal person.
furry. Yeah.
try
we
fucking
don't-
somebody. with no tail
Yep.
and kind of move your way in. You know?
Well, I'm curious. Next mating season.
Yeah, there we go.
Hibernate in Ohio. They move like.
Do you
They
think
moved
that,
to Ohio to
do you
hibernate.
think that like people whose personas like geese, they just like have to move south when it gets cold?
Yippee!
6 months out of the year.
Yet again.
Quit my job at Aldi's to fucking hibernate.
So you pretty much already do that, bro.
Yeah, but I don't have to quit my job.
No, you're right.
Let's go to my vineyard and deposit some,
My advice is get fit.
no, I'm stand. Cause I got, excuse me, cat, cause I got black armor.
You could just chase mailmen and bark at nothing all day.
I wonder if a furry has ever showed up at the vet and got pissed that they were declined like an operation. That has to.
As cringy as furries are, yes, that's probably definitely happened.
Yeah, that has to have happened.
Yes, I'm calling you cringy furries. You guys fucking cringe.
Alright.
I don't care if I'm being judged for that.
Alright.
Bitches.
You know what? I say let people do as they please. As fucking weird as I think it is to fuck
I
somebody in a
agree with
fluffy
that.
little suit.
I agree with that, but they act cringy.
True.
You can be a furry and just be a furry. Why do you have to?
If you wanna be a furry, be a furry. Don't fucking say shit like, oh, we don't know fuck. We don't know fucking our bear suits. They mostly do.
So like he was into paws. It's just yeah, like the most bizarre shit I've ever seen. Like it's like a fetish is built into another fetish. It's incredible. No judgment though. You do you know.
Well, I have another question. They're asking for advice.
We're not very good at this. Clearly, we didn't give advice. We just roasted the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah, you're a loser. Next question.
Okay.
Be a normal person.
I forget who asked this, but they work at a beer drive-thru. I've never heard of that.
Beer drive?
That sounds very fucking dangerous.
But hearing the drive should never be the same.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Stopping by McDonald's to get me a cold one. Okay, so
Miller's.
all right. They said I work at a beer drive-thru, and this really old lady asked me, a 22-year-old dude, they're 22. The old lady asked what to do with her daughter who got pregnant from her drug dealer because she slept with him for crack.
That's a lot of layers.
One word: disown.
Oh my.
One word: sucker punch.
Two
Three
words.
words
advice
down
to
the
that.
stairs.
2 words. Coat hanger.
Alright, well, we
2
just
words.
All right.
But a dog.
Yes.
Solving the world's problems
How
one
would
day
you
at a
give
time.
advice to that
One dog
situation,
and a
though?
pen.
yeah, I honestly don't know
I
what
don't
the
know.
fuck to even say.
I'm not
to that.
Dr. Phil. I don't feel equipped for
Yeah,
this
I would,
question.
Dr. Goons.
I would just say, good luck with that. And yeah. have
Stop
fun.
sleeping with people for crack.
There you go. There's
You
some
might,
advice
you might
for
be
your
my
fellow
next door
Missouri.
neighbor because that happened a lot in Missouri. I might know you actually. Is your name Sarah?
That's the only bit of advice.
That was actually Drew's question. That's why Sid couldn't find the username. He did it anonymously.
Just don't sleep with people for crack, you know, like
I feel like
Sleep
that's
with them
common
for their
knowledge.
crack, but not for the crack that you smoke.
Oh, that's wholesome. Bless.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Any more life advice? Hours.
Oh, I've got
with
a
their
couple
crack.
good ones.
Oh, I
got a
like
couple.
these. Yeah, keep these coming. We should do this
Okay.
more. This is perfect.
I worked at a grocery store for 2 years. I worked in the front end as a cashier and the guy who gets the carts. My buddy and I got called to go clean the men's bathroom one day because some guy shit in the urinal. When we went in there, it wasn't just in the urinal. There was a trail of shit that led from the handicap stall to the urinal that it was in. In that stall, though, there was shit on the wall and toilet, and they had to clean it up. I don't really know.
I would have
think
lit
my
the building on
brother-
fire.
I think my brother
work
might
at a
have done
grocery
this.
store.
My brother has shat in 2 urinals in his adult lifetime. So if it was
Why?
my brother, I'm sorry.
Why?
brother handicapped.
His name's Sarah.
I'm just curious if it started at the urinal or if it started in the stall. Because if it started in the stall, why would you leave and why would it come to the wall?
Also,
leave and why would it come to the wall?
Also, how'd it get on the wall?
I feel like he probably walked in and just lost all control of his like sphincter. I was like, I gotta do it right here, urinal. Got the first like major blob out. And he was like, okay, now I can go to the stall.
But surely the urinal isn't that far from the stall. Like he obviously tried. He made an effort to get into the stall.
But that's the thing. It's like, I feel like a urinal wouldn't exactly be like any easier to access. Like I feel like they're not meant to put your ass on, so I feel like it'd take a bit of effort to get that right spot. Whereas like a urinal, or sorry, like a toilet, like kick open the stall and just fucking point your ass near it.
When it comes to stuff like that, I feel like at least 50% of the time it's somebody that's just like being an asshole. You know? Like, I'm gonna play a prank on the workers and just shit all over the bathroom.
Yeah, what a good prank. Literally shitting yourself.
Dude, I went to you know what Golden Corral is, the buffet?
Oh, yeah.
I went to a Golden Corral like a year and a half ago, and I was walking towards the bathroom, and like a probably a 10 or 11-year-old kid walks out of the bathroom like with his hand over his mouth like giggling. I can like hear him laughing, and I go in the bathroom and I open the stall, and there's this shit all over the back of the toilet. Like he didn't even try to shit in the toilet. It's like he was like, oh, I'm gonna be funny and just shit all over the toilet, all over the back. I was like, okay, like, that kid literally just did that just to be like funny. I don't know if he wiped or but I opened the shit and I was like, oh my god, it looked like a shotgun blast.
Maybe it was on his hand and he was just like licking his hand off after he wasn't laughing.
We always come back to shit on this podcast somehow.
Yeah, we do.
Have you guys ever heard of somebody opening the back part of a toilet and shitting in there?
No, that's clean water, dude. That's what you're supposed to drink during the zombie apocalypse.
Okay, well, there might be a turd floating in one of those one day, so...
Pro tip.
Watch out for that.
Isn't the water in the back of the toilet is clean?
It is, but that's why, like, if you piss in it or something, it'll flush that water into the toilet, so, like, you'll flush something and then piss will show up in the toilet, so sometimes, like, people, as a prank, put stuff in there.
I feel like somebody's gonna listen to this podcast and this joke and they're gonna try their toilet water. I feel like somebody's gonna go take a glass of this. Like,
send us a video.
Is this real?
Send us a
Pretty
video.
much just sink water, honestly.
Yeah, proof, no balls.
Yeah.
Tweet us a video.
Never say soup didn't teach you nothing.
Gross. Do we have any more life advice stories? Or
there's a few of them, but some of them are just like...
Do you want to do those or get into actual topic? But we should do this more.
I wish there were more comments where it was like actual, things. I guess many people didn't like hear that part. I don't know. So.
Well, let's say it earlier. Ask for it now.
Yeah, we need more comments about situations you guys are in.
Or you need our expert advice on.
We provide our own content, so you provide content for us.
Exactly. Thank you. Alright, well then we can get into an actual topic. Alright, ooh, this one's good. Alright, when and where were you guys when you had your first kiss?
I am not answering that.
What?
Dude, I don't want to tell people about
when I was 1.
I don't want to tell people about my family reunion. Come on.
Oh, God. Alright, well, mine was in grade 5. It was in grade school, obviously. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like grade school dating where you guys are like boyfriend and girlfriend but don't actually talk or know anything about each other. Yeah, literally. There's a girl named Melissa. And like
you out of mine.
And we just like literally that. We like stood next to each other for like 20 minutes and everyone in the whole like area gathered around and like was like literally cheering us on.
Yeah, if you stand next to a girl for 20 minutes, you're legally
that's your girlfriend. But everyone was fucking there like cheering us on. Like teachers were walking by trying to figure out what the fuck was going on and just saw us standing there and like, alright, whatever, and kept walking. And we kissed, and then both immediately just ran away from each other and just like ran into our friend group and didn't talk again the rest of the day.
Something out of like Little Rascals or something.
It's literally it's the dumbest shit. Like even like the next day, I was like, "The fuck was that? Like, why did I do that?" So that was mine.
I was at a Christian rock concert.
I didn't need to buy a mask.
Yeah, that's the stupidest sentence I've ever heard.
God damn it! Fuck.
Who did you go see? I was in like
Creed?
6th grade. I saw the band Red though. I saw Red. Red was there.
That might have been the whitest sentence anyone's ever said.
Do you guys know who the band Red is?
No?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, they're pretty cool. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. To be a Christian rock fan, Christian metal, or whatever. Yeah, I was at one of those concerts.
Seems like a bit of an oxymoron.
Christian screamo.
God. August burns red.
Yeah, that was mine. A very cringy first
That was
kiss
my
story.
best friend's girlfriend.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, that was the one that you would, like when you were getting used as a mattress, you just slipped one in.
So you that motherfucker?
Yeah,
that guy?
yeah. Have you not heard this whole story yet? And like McNasty was literally a cuck and watched his friends fuck.
Yeah, and there was like cum shots landing on him and stuff.
Yeah, he literally got one on while playing RuneScape.
You just go watch the podcast.
McNasty's insane.
But you.
McNasty's insane virginity loss story. There you
Yeah, I
go.
want to sit here and go through the whole fucking
Oh, so yeah, I won't do that, but the audience can.
Yeah, essentially, McNasty watched his friends bang, and they would literally fuck on top of him while he played RuneScape. And then one day he joined, and I guess a kiss slopped in there somehow.
slopped.
On the guy or the girl?
Verb for that. I just slop a kiss on his bitch. Oh, fucking spit roaster, my best friend.
Yeah, wait, McNasty, did you like kiss him, or was it the girl?
The girl.
You guys were spit roasting her and just kissed. Like,
That was a sick burn, babe.
Yeah, I just got level 99 fishing.
Hey, that's a big achievement.
Give me a little pee-pee. Actually, yeah, I'd kiss McNasty if he got 99 fishing.
you kiss a man for any reason.
Alright, Grizzy and Dude, y'all are up. Who's next?
Honestly, I don't know if mine like technically counts, but like mine was like at like a really young age. It was like kindergarten.
What's an orchid?
It was like during nap time. Yeah, it was just like
Nap time.
Was the girl
Nap
sleeping?
time. Wait a minute, Grizzy.
No.
Grizzy went all Bill Cosby.
Hell no.
She was just in her goldfish. And
No, so we had like these little mats in our classes, and we could like choose where we wanted to put it next to. And her and I chose to like, put it next to each other.
Minecraft bed next to her.
But yeah, so we put it down and we were just like talking. It wasn't even like actual sleeping. It was just I don't know what the conversation was, but it led to it, and then we just like we text right there. And I was like, okay.
There was some
That was
chloroform
the thing.
So
involved.
it wasn't a slopped on kiss. Was it?
Right, it wasn't
No,
slop.
yeah, it was just like it's like technically.
I honestly, when I think of a first kiss, I think of like a kiss that you do because you like feel something. Not just when you're fucking 5.
So you felt something towards your
girlfriend. I felt her inside.
Okay, well, that's not
Wait, so your first time was a threesome?
with a man.
With a man there. Yeah. He saw another dude's cock and balls the first time he had sex.
Nasty, when you were,
I hear a little bit of jealousy in that voice, dude. He saw a man's cock and balls before I did.
No, I see plenty. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, your fucking Omegle video.
I don't
Literally
think
for
Omegle
a
existed
living.
when I was 15.
I don't know how old that website is actually.
Amigos, dude, I used to go on there when I was like 12. Like me and my friends, there'd be like 10 of us, and we'd just say like tits or GTFO, and never saw tits once.
A piece of paper.
Yeah, that never worked when we were kids. So
Alright, dude. Let's hear it.
Well, I plan to have mine in 2021. No. Mine's not anything special. I was just dating this girl in middle school, or early high school, maybe it was. I don't remember. I was like a freshman. And I just kissed her at her house. Nothing special.
oh,
Really?
So if you could have like a sick one where you were like shredding Ascend and she just like made out with you.
One day.
That's a little
One
disappointing.
day. That's the dream.
That's the dream, to just shred Ascend while piping a woman. Or a man. Or a man. Or who it ends up. I don't think he broke up with his mom.
I hope another video gets age-gated.
Yeah, you too, pussy.
Alright.
Wait, your last video that got taken down, was that the one where the
Yes.
like 5 minutes?
No, it was more than that. That video was 16 minutes and 8 minutes of it was talking about me and my mom's boobs and everything about my mom.
That's Steve too.
Oh,
Steve the pirate.
That was awful.
Okay, do we have another topic?
why is he a pirate? I don't understand that.
New topic, please.
Okay,
This has
alright.
become bars.
Okay. Yeah, what do you... No, everyone quiet.
You sound like a fucking cat digging through a bag of trash.
I say we just
I can't tell if you're trying to get a water bottle out of like the water bottle things or
I think it's a
just
really
Chipotle chips.
That's the packing my food.
What'd you get?
I got some there. I got flatbread people and some noodles.
Okay.
Dude, I had that cheesy chalupa thing. Oh my god, that's so good.
They really are, dude. I had like fucking 5 in one day.
Boys, this is actually a great segue into my topic. Alright, it's your last meal, but instead of you eating it, you make someone else eat it, and then they have to do it in front of you. So, like, basically, your last meal is you get to choose what somebody eats in front of you. So you can
Well, I
make,
would
like,
choose something fucking terrible.
yeah, you could make like you could make Obama eat a plate of horse shit. Like, what would you do?
This is way more interesting.
I would make McNasty eat mountain oysters.
What the fuck is a mountain
I would make
oyster?
McNasty drink original Mountain Dew because I know how much he hates it because it's not the special kind that he likes so much.
Okay, well, hold on. What is
All
a
right, never
mountain
mind.
oyster? Why a mountain?
Yeah, what is
Bull
that?
testicles.
That'd probably be different.
Wait, that's a delicacy.
You guys would eat bull testicles.
If it was like
Absolutely
if
not.
it was prepared right, yeah, I would do it.
I'm still trying to find out what's wrong with mountain oysters. I'm looking at them. They just look normal.
Prepared right.
How do you prepare testicles? Do you deep fry them?
Cooked and
Oh,
seasoned
oh,
or
those are not normal looking. What are
I was
those?
about to say, what the fuck? Like, how would you make it abnormal? It's a fucking bull testicle.
That's mountain oysters? Is bull balls?
balls.
Oh,
Wait, throw a picture in Kenji.
I don't want to see it.
Just type in mountain oysters and go to images.
Yeah, I originally got like Rocky Mountain oysters. Those don't look like balls. They look like little calamari bites. This looks good. This looks like Popeyes. This looks like
Oh, looks like I'm eating
Goons.
fucking bull balls and Mountain Dew for dinner. Let's do it.
Yeah, literally, look at that. Look how good those look.
Okay,
This is fried chicken.
close up like that doesn't. I mean, come on. Look at them uncooked.
Okay, so you would.
Well, that's the thing is I'm saying they better be prepared right. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
eat it uncooked.
Well, how do
Like
you?
I'm not gonna eat a chicken breast uncooked.
Oh,
Yeah, you get to eat raw Rocky Mountain oysters.
That's fine.
sous vide cow balls, like no seasoning, just cooked so
Nah.
it's salmonella.
It's a thing made out of glass that's holding them up.
Yeah, I feel like those are like human balls. Yeah, we just got some guy's balls
Maybe that's a
chopped off.
cannibal's picture.
All
What
right,
you
well,
can't
that's-
see, listeners, right now is what looks like fried chicken, and then immediately afterwards, human ball.
that's-
Human
So,
ball's
like,
about to get sliced up.
yeah, but like no skin on the balls, so it's just like
No
your
skin.
ball itself.
And potentially a tumor on one of them? I can't really tell.
It looks like an alien egg, honestly.
Okay, well, Soup Answer is making McNasty cow balls. Anyone else got one?
Yep. I don't think I was here for the question, to be honest.
Oh, okay. The question was, it's your last meal, but instead of you eating it, you basically force someone else to eat something. So, like, your last meal is you could make somebody eat something horrible, or...
And I'm stuck.
Could be anything.
Yep, whatever you want.
1% of
Soup literally just made McNasty cow balls, so...
Oh no, I think it would be for me. Like, I
No,
wouldn't
no,
think it'd be
no,
for me.
no,
Are
so
you
the question is...
fucking kidding me?
the
Why? I've thought about this my entire life.
Okay, alright, Grizz, your last meal.
Of course I get stuck because I get knocked by some bitch.
Mozzarella sticks and pancakes. What the fuck? I mean,
That pisses me off.
I've this since like age 7.
Grizzy, you know you can just do that, right? Like you have a lot of money.
You don't have to like murder 8 people and be on death row to have that meal.
Like pancakes are like $1 max. Like you can just order like 100 of them.
Why the fucking mozzarella sticks?
I don't know. I like cheese.
Dude, mozzarella sticks are unreal.
Okay, they
fucking
have
pancakes?
pancakes, yeah.
Yeah, like salty and sweet. I get it.
Yeah, but where's that?
We know that.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably make Donald Trump eat a bat. I think that would be
The irony in that.
Yeah, I think that's... I think that would be
The irony in
something
that.
to- I think that'd be something to watch.
Give him COVID too.
I would make Soup eat both of Two Man's hair.
I would be fine with that.
You would probably do that anyway.
That's a
Make him
million
swallow
view video
some
right
brand,
there.
essentially.
Maybe you're dying afterwards.
McNasty,
That's fine. I'll go out with
I think you forget Soup literally ate a fucking goat they got in a parking lot. Like, he'll probably
Oh yeah,
say,
that's true. I try to repress that from my mind.
Where'd you get it from? A Sam's Club parking lot?
My friend got it from some random guy in a Sam's parking lot. He was like, he called me up. He's like, dude, I'm grilling goat tonight.
I don't
And
care.
I was like, where'd you get fucking goat? And when he told me, I was just like, dude, that could be like a little girl's leg. Like you just, like you're just some murderer selling meat, like mysterious meat in a parking lot.
A human foot on it. Yeah, this looks like a goat.
Got a little taste of a toenail. No, it tastes like shit.
Because it's a goat. Why did you
It's not good at all.
I don't know
goat
if people
tastes
ever
like.
like grill goat. I think it's just like I think boiled goat.
Oh, make it.
This sounds even worse.
Well, what they do is I think that they boil the meat to make it like more tender. Because I think it just grilled isn't really good.
Well, 2 of my friends liked it, and like I know what gamey food tastes like,
Yes.
but that was just not. This is not good at all to me.
It's not
It's
surprising.
all subjective.
I feel like there's a reason you don't go to like a nice restaurant and there's like nice goat on the menu. Like I feel like there's a
Goat
big
steak.
Yeah, like a
Goat
fucking
mignon.
yeah. I feel like there's a reason for that.
I had
Oh,
dove
York
before.
goat.
I literally ate
Yeah.
a dove. No,
Oh,
dove.
dove. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Don't you eat? Aren't their livers pretty popular to eat?
I don't know.
The kidneys? I don't know.
Foie gras. That's beast liver.
That's
Dove
that.
was
Wow.
great.
Foie
I
glory.
had Australian dove. Nard
I think the weirdest thing I've had from a restaurant was a rabbit. But that wasn't.
I always wanted to try rabbit.
Just imagining a rabbit on a platter with a little carrot in its mouth.
No,
Still got the hair on it and everything.
Ew. It's not even dead. They just got a rabbit. You gotta chase it down. No, it's like in like this little soup dip thing. It was too weird. Not great. I
The
didn't
weirdest thing I've
order.
ever eaten is tripe. You ever have tripe?
That's
Isn't
not
that
real.
cow's stomach or something?
Yeah, it can be cow, but it can also be sheep's stomach too.
Oh, that's like what they use for haggis and stuff, right?
No. Haggis,
Well, then I don't
haggis is
know.
literally just blood. Like blood and like seasoning.
Didn't you say that you eat blood sausage?
No, I said that. So when I was younger, I used to think blood sausage was literally just casing with blood, but it's
Whoa.
actually just it's like blood. It's like pig's blood, but it's mixed with like
Yeah.
seasoning and like barley.
I would say this is a very weird topic to have while I'm eating.
Yeah, just eating.
I also eat human shit too and squish it around in my mouth and spit it back into somebody else's mouth.
And you
Yummy.
get hit by a semi-truck.
Gross.
Nobody told you to eat on the podcast. It's real.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be
I'd like to
grizzly if I didn't.
apologize for eating a couple jelly beans
Ah.
last podcast. Didn't know the mic picked it up. Saw a lot of comments.
It was like a
Not
lip
bad.
smack, which was the worst part.
I didn't even.
You'd be
I
like,
don't lip.
Your painting sucks, dude.
No, I don't know.
You did a couple
Well,
times.
apparently you do.
Maybe I was
So
really
work
wet
on
that day.
that. Work on that.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Okay. Okay. I feel like this is turning into something else. But all right. Anyone else got anything to add to that topic of?
What was the topic?
Wow.
What would you eat for last meal, but you're not eating it? You're giving it.
We all answered that.
Yeah, I think we
didn't answer.
Hey, did you said he was gonna make me drink Mountain Dew.
Oh, well, realistically, I'd probably like eat one of everything on the Taco Bell menu, make like a shit smoothie, and feed that to McNasty.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say the Taco Bell thing you can do. It's like Grizzy's.
That has to be a health hazard. That would be like equivalent to taking like 20 Lexus.
Like you just shit out a bar of uranium at that point. Like you would not be healthy.
How to
or
make
safe.
a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, literally, just one of everything on the Taco Bell menu. That is not good. Thank you for that. So wait,
Very welcome.
So actually, yours is probably the best answer because you get to eat something, but you're also making McNasty eat your blended.
I get to make the food that he's gonna eat with my asshole.
Oh, I would prepare my mountain oysters.
But not with your insides.
Yeah. Unless you plan on swallowing the cow balls, and then aren't you still the loser there? I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Everyone's a winner when cow balls are involved.
Everyone's a winner when cow balls are for dinner. That's my motto.
Someone's gonna steal that owns a mountain oyster company.
They can have it. We are not gonna go after them.
Winner, cow ball dinner.
It's like a new company.
PUBG rebrands, yeah. New topic.
Alright. Okay.
Robots just stay the topic.
It's so stern.
We have exceeded the information for the previous topic. Move on.
Yeah, it's so stern.
Topic exhausted.
What's the dumbest thing you've done as a kid that could have got you arrested or injured?
Well, yeah, whatever.
Are you thinking about the question or just enjoying your food, Chrissy?
I'm thinking about the question. Oh, that's a hard one to answer because I can't like just think of it off the top of my head.
I feel like all the BMX shit I did back in the day.
I think I almost lit the neighborhood on fire one time.
Explain? Almost?
Well, I mean, you're in California, so you were just doing a generator bill. It's okay.
Or you like lit up a cigarette and everything just combusted.
Well, I was
Yeah,
ditching
shut up.
to the school, and we were walking on like a trail, and for some reason, I think I had like a bottle of Axe and a lighter, and I was just like on the trail, and I was like trying to light fucking little like bushes on fire and shit, and I think somebody like was running by or like on a bike and saw that, and they called the cops actually, and I got to take it back to school. Like that was the only time I ever sat in a cop car. It was really, really uncomfortable. But yeah.
What?
Smokey the Bear makes the shit out of
Have you guys ever like thrown an axe can into a fire?
No. That sounds super deep.
Yeah, no, it was incredible.
I have done the whole like grabbing my mother's hairspray, taking a lighter like a candle, and making my own flame.
Oh yeah, that's how I used to kill spiders in my house.
Hey, same.
That's safe.
Yeah, no, not at all. But they'd like crisp up and it'd smell really bad. So don't do that.
The potential of burning down your entire house is not worth it.
Yes, it is. There was a spider. It was really big. It was bigger than average. It was a spider. Oh, what was even the question? Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel like mine would have been like DMX shit. I talked about this a long time ago, but like, we used to go up like 15-foot jumps. Like, it was fun.
How did they get you arrested?
Not arrested, injured.
Oh.
It was injured or arrested. Like, the fact that I never just, like, caved my skull in. What do you mean? I mean, yeah, but sometimes
Just
it can go
dangerous
hand in hand.
or bad things you did as a kid.
Yeah, just dumb shit
Whatever.
you did.
Yeah,
I
just
used
something
to
dumb.
throw a lot of shit. Like I took an apple from my cat. Used to throw my cat around like Bowser. For anyone who missed that. When I was really little. One time I was at my friend's house and it was like 2 in the morning, and I took an apple out of his kitchen, threw it across the road, and it nailed the top of his neighbor's like little trailer. And it busted all over their trailer, and then they called my friend's parents and we got big trouble.
Why?
It's just funny. I would throw rocks in middle school, like over the building, and like
Who is that kid?
I used to
Huh?
do shit like that too.
yeah,
Just to see what happens, you know?
yeah, it's just yeah.
Just to see him like kill someone, just to feel alive for
But
a
it would be
second.
like little rocks. It wouldn't be like
Chuck a boulder off a building.
just throw a cannon over the side of a building.
I remember there was one time where in my school we had like it was like a day on the it was like it was like almost like a talent show, but it was like out in the open. Like kids can go up and like do stuff. Like there was one kid that like played guitar and he was super good. He was shredding. There's another like it was mostly
Shredded
just like music
outside
stuff.
in a field.
Yeah, it was called like I think it was called Day on the Field or something. I can't remember what it was called.
Sounds
But like
racist.
kids could literally go out and just sit on the field and just watch people go up there and like perform and shit. Yeah, I don't know, but I remember I was on the opposite side of the building and I had like a bucket of like 5 water balloons and I just started hucking them, boom, in the crowd, and I just like ran off to my friends.
You're a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
One of my friends,
It was water balloons.
we would throw water balloons at like baseball practice, and we took them on the bus one time. And one of my friends, one of my friends threw it out of the window of the fucking bus and hit this like UPS truck that was going by and broke the mirror of the UPS truck. And they turned around and called the cops. And
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
the bus. My friend got fucking arrested.
Oh
You
my
got arrested
god.
for that?
Yeah, he got arrested.
Why?
Because he threw a water balloon and broke a
Yeah,
fucking
what do you
mirror.
mean? He threw
That's-
something out of a
I feel like that'd
moving
be something
car.
you just get a ticket and just get like have to pay for.
I feel like that's
Prison?
no, that's literally assault. So, yeah, assault is like, shut up. I'm pretty sure the legal definition of assault is nothing needs to actually hit you, but you need to feel like you were going to be hit by either a projectile or something.
Well, I mean, the UPS truck doesn't have doors, so the window, I mean, the
yeah,
mirror
very
could, like-
easily could have pegged him in the head, I guess.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but it's a water balloon. He's not. What is he gonna die from a water balloon?
The glass could have fucking, I don't know.
Shot it
yeah,
in his
true,
eye,
yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, just throwing anything out of a car is not a good idea. Like,
Yeah.
I went to high school with 2 kids, and like, it was weird. They were like friends, but also like, one would bully the other one like a lot, but the other one would just not care because they were like friends. But one, like the one that got bullied was walking home, and the other guy drove by him and threw an entire pop can at him. Or soda can, as you Americans call it. Threw an entire soda can at him and it blew up. And the kid went home and his mom tried to sue the other kid and he had to like talk him out of it. Or talk her out of it. He literally threw a whole fucking soda can at him. And yeah, that literally could have probably fucking killed him, but yeah. Like, the rule of thumb is just not throw shit out of your car.
So fun.
My brother, when he was in grade school, I think he was in like 5th or 6th grade, he was riding the bus home, and like apparently the bus had stopped somewhere, and there was some dude behind the bus in a car, and they yelled out the window at him like, yo, like, suck my dick, just like being stupid. This dude got out of his car with a gun and started chasing the bus. He didn't fire off any shots, but I was like, how is this guy that like hated over a 5th grader telling him to suck his dick? Like, what's wrong with this guy?
Maybe he's just so anti-pedophile that he just like, I will not suck your dick. I'm an adult and you're not an adult.
No, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
The only
You
logical.
just said go and GTA, and all I can imagine is just like the guy yanking the bus driver out, throwing him on the ground.
Just like a GTA.
Just like yoinking the bus and continuing on with his life. Then he hops in, throws Snoop Dogg on the fucking radio.
Dude, I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before. If I have, y'all can stop me. But I was in like elementary school.
Yes,
and I had a
hand.
Go fuck yourself.
Jackass.
Anyway, I had a ham sandwich that had a lot of mayonnaise on it in my lunchbox, and I didn't eat it. And I was riding home from school, and I threw it out of my window, and somehow it like Mario Karted behind me. So like the way I was like spiraling like a frisbee, and it like went at an angle and landed and hit this guy behind me in the face, because he had his window down.
Oh,
I
banana
swear to
peeled some
God,
guy.
I literally Mario Karted his ass
His
with
car
a
just
ham
like
sandwich.
spins in place and stops.
Just wrecks into a telephone pole and blows up. But that was some wild shit. But he just like grabbed it, looked at it, and threw it out of his window. Just kept
I had
driving.
something similar like that happen to me where, so like whenever I'm driving or like in the passenger seat with my cousin drives, I make noises out the window like bikers are driving.
Why?
I just go boom or like ah or something just like
I do that shit too.
Oh, I used to do that too with my brother.
One time this happened.
27.
One time we were doing that in town, and I did that to a biker, and I did that. I mean, I was all like super loud, and he I like looked back to see if he like reacted to it, and he was just knocked over into the bush. I was so scared he just fell over.
You're an asshole.
I felt so bad after I did that.
I used to do that.
I do that shit too, except I'll just yell like "fuck you" or something.
Yeah, I don't ever, it's usually just like a noise. I don't ever like say
It's a noise for me. I'll be like, at somebody. I used to do that to my neighbor that lives on the street behind me. He'd be out like I can see his yard out my window. He'd be out there like reading in his lawn chair or whatever, and me and my brother would stand at the window and just go.
Back out. Top 3 brand in Europe.
Shoot blocks at him. Just like, scare the fuck out of him. That is
I don't know. We were just being stupid. I mean, I was only like 7, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Me
I
and my
do
friend
it.
used to shoot his
now,
neighbor with
like,
airsoft guns.
20 years later.
I'm still doing it. Who'd you shoot?
One of my friend's neighbors that lived across the street, like if you ever lost like a soccer ball or a basketball into his yard, he would take it and keep it in his garage.
Oh, one of those.
He would never give it back. Oh, and so one day, my friend poked a hole through his window, like the little, what do you call it? The liner part of the window.
Like,
Yeah, the window
mesh
screen.
thing,
Yeah. He poked a hole through it. And this dude was like out in his yard, like picking up weeds out of the ground or something, like bending over. And my friend had like a little like CO2 powered airsoft, like MP5.
Oh,
And he would just be lighting his ass up whenever he
that shit hurt, too.
True.
Well, it was like pretty far away, so he like never would realize someone was fucking shooting him.
He'd just be really confused, like, what?
Yeah, just like rub his ass and like look around.
Yo,
Well,
hate to dip out early.
Oh my god.
What are you? Oh
coward
my god,
and traitor.
we're pretty much almost at the end, but session has come up.
just say
You took
bye,
a
you
sec-
weirdo.
Well, last 10 minutes of the podcast, Grizzy is not here.
Gone. Yes.
Grizzy cares about content more than us.
Very much so, yeah.
As he should. Alright.
Finish the last 10 minutes of this podcast, get more Among Us CPM. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, no, that's...
Arrivederci.
Alright, see you, boss.
Peace.
That low down scumbag motherfucker.
I swear to God. See, now, this is why the goons hate Grizzy. You guys were right all
Yeah,
along.
you guys are there. Yeah, there is beef.
There is beef.
There's just now beef with us. We're all
I
gonna
had
kill
beef a
Grizzy.
lot. I had beef tacos last night. They were good.
Okay.
Did
Did
you
anyone
had something
else?
other than chicken? I'm surprised.
Did anyone else do anything that could have resulted in bodily harm
Yeah.
or arrest?
Well, I mean, arrest. Yeah, I told the airsoft story right about my friend getting chased by dogs.
No.
Oh, I thought I talked about that on the podcast. Oh, okay. Shut up. I swear I could have said this. All right. Anyway, we used to play airsoft in a forest when we were little. Near like not super little. It was like high school. It's probably like 15.
Yeah.
16. Yeah, and we used to just play in like this public forest, and I guess this lady walking by saw us playing, and she saw the guns, and we all use CO2 ones. So like they look and sound pretty fucking real if you don't know like what guns are, which most Canadians really don't know what's going on with them. So she called the police, and the police showed up, and they like treated it as if we were playing with guns. So they like raided the fucking forest, and they had a dog, and we all like put our guns down, and we're like, oh shit, like we're playing airsoft. But my one friend, he fucking tried to book it, and they just let the dogs go.
Oh my god.
And he was just fucking running, and he tried to hop over this fence, and it just grabbed his leg and ripped him down, and all the cops just fucking like laid on him so he couldn't get up. We were just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it was super traumatic.
Dude, if you're playing like an airsoft game,
dude, it made it so much worse because he was the only black one. It's just like we're all just like, oh fuck, but like
he probably didn't realize like what was going on.
No, he didn't. He just got scared. Like that was well, hey, he didn't like intend on running from the police because like realistically, you're fucking 16. Unless you shot somebody in the head, nothing's gonna happen to you. Like you're not gonna get in trouble with the police if you're that young. So like, we didn't really have anything to worry about there, but he just got scared and fucking booked it. But like, literally 10 minutes after, we were all just hanging out with the cops, like talking about airsoft guns and like showing them how they work and shit. And they were like chill as hell about it. Fucking one friend got attacked by a dog.
Dude, did he get fucking tore up by the dog? Like
no, like the dog is trained to just like more so just hold him down. So it bit his leg. Like his leg had like teeth marks from where it bit when he was trying to climb the fence. But like he wasn't like shredded up or anything from the dog. Like,
really, dude? Fucking police canines here will fuck you up.
Maybe they treat him differently in the U.S. versus Canada. I don't know. But he just pulled him off the fence and then everyone hopped on him and that was it. And we just sat there, just like, we're gonna die today. That was that. I was going to talk about this earlier when we were talking about, like, car-related things. But have you guys ever had, like, a car accident or anything, like, or witnessed anything crazy with cars? Like, any, I don't know, crazy accidents or anything like that?
Yes. The only really, like, crazy thing I ever seen was I remember seeing a diesel truck that was knocked over. I don't know how that happened. No. We just drove by, literally, the diesel truck was just like, it was like Hulk just pushing.
Alright, well, that's not very exciting. He just
I don't even know how that happened either. Like,
maybe it was sleeping, so he just went sky tipping. It's a smaller SUV.
Diesel tipping.
It's like a bunch of dudes in lifted regular pickup trucks just tipped it over. I don't know how that works. Is that it though? You never see anything like crazy?
I have one, but I think I've talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah, I've seen Depp a few times.
Yeah, not that long ago there was a guy laying in the street dead.
Oh, I saw. Okay. Is that related to this car accident thing, or were you just walking around and saw a dead body?
No. I was driving. There was like cops on the opposite side of the street, and I just saw like, a body on the ground. And then I found out the next day he was a black dude.
Carry on, dude. What were you gonna say?
Well, forgive me if I've told this on the podcast before, because I might have. I had a near-death car accident once, where my whole family could have been wiped out like in a second. We were driving to see family around Christmas time, and it was pouring like a deluge. Like God just opened up the skies, like you know, one of those rains where it's just like waterfalls.
It's just like a cloud.
It's just unreal. Yeah, it was like that. And freaking, we were driving on the highway, and we were going down this highway that was like on a kind of a steep slope, and my dad was driving way too fast, like way faster than he should have, and because we were late, because that's just do family things, of course, and the deuce-ifs, yeah, we're always late.
Late to Christmas.
Yep, late to everything. But yeah, so on this hill, I think he tapped the brakes once, and that was his mistake. And we started hydroplaning from the back, and then we spun. So we were in the fast lane, since he was driving fast, and we spun. So it's like your standard 4 or 5 lane highway. So we spun all the way across like 4 or 5 lanes of traffic without touching any car. And then we wound up like the way we were facing. We were gonna head back out onto the highway, like again across to the left of it. But we hit one of those tiny little mile marker signs. That are like really skinny, and it like pinned us like in the front of the car. And if we hadn't hit that, we would have spun out into oncoming traffic and probably would have been hit by people going like 70 miles an hour.
Shit.
Fuck.
horrifying.
Yeah, so I will save us,
shout
Clark.
out-
Thank you
So
all.
shout out mile marker signs and all that.
Yeah. Pretty much. No,
That's
but
what
that's
we gained from
crazy
this.
it's crazy to think about that. A tiny little, like, you've seen those things. They're really
Yeah, no,
small.
they're not big.
They're like the width of like your wrist, and that stopped their car, and they're not even that like close together. So we were lucky
I think
as
it's
hell.
because they're cemented into
I
the
think
ground.
that's what it is. Crash right there. You think I know? But damn, thank you for all this.
God, you sound
Fucking
so
asshole,
racist.
Nasty, you know that?
I am. I'm a fucking prick, but I love it.
Only you love it. But yeah, that's crazy. That was kind of like a wake up call for me. I was like, man, like life could literally end
Maybe I have to go on Omegle
anytime.
and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh man, I need to start looking
That's
at
when it
dudes
started.
check off more. I need to get my life together.
That was the day where you heard the melody to Ascend in your head. You hit that car and you're all of a sudden like,
As I was spinning across the highway, I screamed and and that's how I wrote Ascend.
They need to
that
write a
would be an
song called
amazing
Mile Marker.
backstory.
Yeah.
You need to write a song called Mile Marker.
Mile marker.
Did you at least get to keep the sign? I would have kept that motherfucker.
No, we backed up the car and unwedged ourselves from it. We didn't get to keep the sign. But every time I drive down that highway, because it's somewhat frequent, because our family still lives out. My extended family live out like probably in an area like where you live, Soup, like out in the literal woods. So we have to drive like 45 minutes to go see him. But yeah, every time I go down that highway, I have like a sharp pain in my side. Like this could be the day that I die.
That's it. I'm sliding into oncoming.
Yeah.
It's either the day you die or the day you write another song.
Hey Dad, hydroplane. I need some inspiration.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Soup, do you have any? I have a bunch, but I'll save them.
I have one that was pretty good. One night after a baseball game, two of my friends came over to my house. And I was pretty tired, and I was just like, they wanted like to go ride around, like as you do in high school, just fucking ride around and just ride around and bullshit, like listen to music, just hang out. And so we drove to I think we were going to Zaxby's, and we stopped at this red light, and we all had our windows down, but unlike usual, nobody was yelling anything out of the window or doing anything bad. And still to this day, my friends think that I did something, but I honestly can say that I never did anything to make this guy angry. So we're at this red light, and this guy in this car beside us is just like, "What the fuck did you say to me, you little F word?" He's like, "I'll fuck you up." Yeah, basically Ninja in the car beside us. Like he was just yelling all this shit at us, and we were like, "What the fuck is going on?" So we, the light turns green and we go. And this guy is flying behind us, and I think he might be flashing his lights and honking his horn. I can't really remember everything, but he was freaking us the fuck out. And so we get in the fast lane, and we're trying to get away from this guy. This motherfucker gets in the suicide lane, the lane in the fucking middle of the highway, where you turn.
Yeah.
And he's flying down the suicide lane after us, and and that's freaking us out. So we turn off this other road, and it comes out to be this dirt road or whatever. And so we're flying down this dirt road, and one of us had the brilliant idea. This was at night, by the way. This was probably 9 p.m., so it was dark out. And one of us had the brilliant idea to hey, turn the fucking lights off so they won't see where we're going.
Oh no.
So we're flying down a dirt road at night with no lights on. And we come out onto a paved road eventually, and there was a stop sign that we didn't see, and so we fly across this road, and I thought that we hit railroad tracks really hard. We hit the side of, we hit this big curb, flew across this ditch, and nailed the fucking other side of the ditch and scraped the fucking truck upwards.
Jesus.
Dude, I hit my head on the top of the truck, the ceiling of the fucking truck, and I bit an ulcer off of my tongue. I had an ulcer off of my tongue.
Oh.
And I bit a fucking ulcer clean off my tongue.
Bad.
And the seatbelt was bruised all across my chest. Holy shit.
If that guy didn't do it too, he's a fucking coward.
No, the guy never found us. We got away.
At what cost?
You just GTA'd that just to get away from him.
we launched
Just a
the truck.
stunt jump.
And so we had to turn the truck around. It was so fucked up, dude. And we drove home with one light on because one of the headlights was hanging off the side. It was leaking like radiator fluid and all this fluid. And it was my friend's dad's truck. It wasn't even his.
Oh, yeah, I think you did tell us this part. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I remember.
and we got to my friend's house, and yeah, his dad was very angry. And that was
as he probably should have been.
And he's a scary man. So I called my mom and I was like, "Hey, come pick me up because I'm not staying
Mom,
the night
pick me up.
here."
I'm scared.
Yeah, literally. I was like, I'm going home.
That is fucked. That is all fucked.
Yep.
I've
Scary time.
I've had bad juju. Like I'm a omen of bad things happening near me, but never like really to me. I guess sometimes, but like when I was a little ass kid, my mom got T-boned when I was in the back seat. And I threw up milk everywhere in the car. Yeah, I was in the car. I was in the car and my mom got fucking railed, so I threw up milk. Like, and then I didn't remember that one too much, but when I was on, like, I don't know, did you guys take a bus to school every day, or did you guys, like, drive? Because I know a lot of places.
City bus.
Really? Okay.
Nah, I never rode the bus. Really.
Yeah, my parents always drop me off.
Unless it was to like another school.
Well, I used to get dropped off, but I would have to take the city bus home.
Interesting. All right. Well, I rode like the regular school buses that came and like picked you up. And when I was really little, we were going down this like road that we didn't normally go down because there was construction. So my bus driver really didn't know it. And I guess he stopped in a weird place you're not supposed to stop. And the guy behind, I don't know if he was texting or some shit. Actually, phones weren't even like a thing. Maybe he was reading a fucking book. I don't know. But he didn't see us stop. And he came flying by, ramped over the curb, and then like further ramped off like a fire hydrant. And straight into the back of a car. And he was like, you could see where it impacted. It was like almost like a foot off the ground. This fucking car just went flying in front of us and smashed into another car, and every single kid on the bus, for no reason, just started fucking crying. And I just remember sitting there like, why are we crying? I don't understand. Like, we had to sit there for like 45 minutes while like the police questioned the bus driver and shit. Like, literally, I would have killed myself if I was the bus driver. All the kids were just fucking crying the whole time. I was so annoyed. I was probably in grade like 6 or 7. So I was old enough to know what was going on, but like our buses had all the way from like JK to grade 8 on there. And like, so like the full like front half of the bus. You guys not have that junior kindergarten?
It's
we call that daycare.
Preschool, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're just called JK and SK.
We call it the swamp.
Just kidding. Super kidding. But yeah, that was fucking AIDS, and then I got rear-ended on my way to a Paul McCartney concert. I think I talked about that one. Did I?
Did you get rear-ended? Yeah, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I got railed by a guy. A lot of sex in the windows here. No, we were on, it's called the Ambassador Bridge, and it's like the bridge that goes from like the city next to where I live to Detroit. And we were on the middle of that, and my dad had like one of those cars that would stop if it sensed you were going to run into another car in front of you. And there was construction on the bridge.
Basic Canadian cars.
There was construction on the bridge, and I guess it sensed this piece of metal that was on the ground as another car, so it slammed our brakes randomly. And we got rear-ended by a semi-truck. My sister yeah, it was, no, the whole back of our car was fucking totaled. But my sister was sleeping in the back of the car, like laying flat down. And she fucking, when we got rear-ended, she rolled and got stuck between the back and the front seat because the whole back of the car got pushed in. So like everything settled, and all we heard behind us was like a I turn around and you could literally just see one arm and one leg sticking out. But she was like talking, so we knew she was fine. But she was like completely gone. You couldn't see anything but a random arm and leg. It's so fucked.
My Uber got hit on the way to a Metallica concert.
Really?
Yeah. Dude,
what did you do? Like,
dude, that fucking sucked. That just absolutely sucked. We were already a little bit late to the show or whatever, and we had like beer and like liquor and stuff in the vehicle with us. And like some Ubers will like I've asked a lot of Ubers, and I'm like, is it okay if we like drink in here? And some will be like, yeah, it's fine, considering I'm an Uber, you can drink. And then some will be like, no, absolutely not. You cannot have alcohol in a vehicle, like in like open alcohol.
well, that's the right answer, but
Right, yeah, of course. But like we didn't tell this Uber, and we were just like sneaking it in the back seat, you know.
Yeah.
And the Uber like pulled over into this other lane without looking, and this other car like scraped the side of their car. And I was like screaming at the lady. I was like, whoa, 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 don't. And then she got nailed. And this dude's car that hit her, was already so fucked up down the side that like from a previous accident, I don't even think it had a window. It had like a a paper
Like
bag as a
tarp?
window.
Yeah, the tarp.
Like a tarp for a window. And the guy walks up. He's like, we all good here? Like, didn't even give a fuck. But this woman's car was so messed up. And I was like, dude, we're so fucked if a cop comes. Like, and we have all this alcohol in the car.
You should have just chugged it and whipped it out a window. Like,
Well, we were already stopped. We were like pulled over, and I was like, oh fuck, dude, what are we gonna do? And I was just like, do we have to wait here for the cop? And she's like, no, y'all were all good to go. And we were already late, and I was pissed off. And it was like so cold. I think we were in Nashville. Might have been Nashville. It was super cold. And then we just like stood out in the fucking freezing ass cold with all this alcohol waiting for another Uber.
yeah, I was gonna say you should have just called another Uber in front of them.
Yeah, we
did. That's so fucked. Oh, that is not. I thought I was gonna fucking die once from an Uber in San Diego. I was with I think I was with Cryos and Smitty. We were on our way back from the Misfits party, and they rented this big ass house on this little island off San Diego. Anyone that lives there probably knows what it's called, but it's basically this little posh ass like island thing that's connected to the rest of San Diego. And it was like 3 or 4 a.m. We called an Uber, and normally we get Uber Black just because they're the only ones that have to do like background checks and stuff. So it's just like a lot safer. But because it was so late, you could only get like regular Ubers. And this dude showed up. I don't know if he was drunk or tired, but like he was swerving all over the lane on this huge ass bridge that's like 200 feet above water. So he's just like swerving everywhere, and you're just like fucking butt clenched. Like there was times where like Smitty literally had to be like, hey, like, dude, pay attention. Like literally tell him. He'd be like, oh, sorry, and just like get back to driving and then start swerving again. It was so fucking scary. It was like a 45-minute drive too. It was awful. I genuinely thought I was gonna die. I thought this guy was just gonna like randomly turn right off the bridge and just send us into the San Diego Bay. Not a good time. Don't fuck with Ubers.
You know what's longer than a 45-minute drive?
This podcast, because we're at
An hour and 10-minute podcast. Yeah, let's go. We've been
True.
looking for a while now.
It's been a good one. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was good.
Until Grizzly
Yeah,
left. I'm
Grizzy,
sad
how'd you
and
like it?
depressed. Yeah, Grizzy. Thanks
Oh,
for coming
okay.
on.
Yeah, thanks for
cool, thanks, yeah,
Oh,
thanks for
Grizzy,
coming on.
you want to plug
Oh,
your
you-
channel? Oh, no? Okay.
Okay, whatever. I mean, it's up to you. Whatever. Go ahead.
Grizzy, stop eating the food. Talk.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this podcast.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
really-
for that.
If you made it to this far, comment onion.
No, we
No,
already
no,
used onion.
no. Comment real things for us to talk about. No.
Yeah, comment like fucking topics or like advice or some shit.
Yeah. Ask us for advice.
Enthusiastic.
We'll help you
Comment
out.
fucking something. Who gives a shit?
You know what? Just
Yeah.
fucking write a word on their section and call it a day.
Like and subscribe. Download the podcast on Spotify.
Okay.
Turn on the bell. Personalized notification.
Subscribe to Soup.
No, I
Like,
don't know if that's
Nasty.
necessary.
Subscribe to
I'm being
McNasty.
recorded.
Subscribe to Blark. Subscribe to the dude.
welcome back to the Goons podcast.
George W.
The number, podcast and all of
George Pistainbush.
yeah.
What do you
You
sound nasally?
sound like you, yeah,
You sound like welcome back to the Howard Stern Show.
Today we're gonna be looking at titties again.
It's the world's tiredest podcast in all of Dreamland.
Go to sleep. Go to
Didn't you
sleep.
just get a monster?
No,
Walk me through it.
I'm drinking lotion.
Find her illustrious highness.
Drinking lotion?
Alpha hydroxy therapy lotion.
Some kind of lotion. Will
Duntine is the mortis complex. Several old
Right,
buildings
Jergens.
high wall around it.
I have Jergens.
Enclosure stands
I have it next to my bed. I mean, under my
I
sink
use
too.
it to jerkin off. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you keep it under your sink?
I thought
Then?
that's
We need to strike.
Because I have guests that come over.
Then
I want
secure
them to
the
see a
area
fucking
in front
jerkin
of the
fall
key
beside my bed.
is Jergen lube.
So every time you sit in bed and think, I'm gonna yank things, you gotta go walk to the kitchen. If you're
I walk to my
fucking
sink
boner.
in my bathroom. I
Oh,
open
in
the
your
cabinet.
bathroom. Okay. I thought kitchen sink for some reason. I thought you
No.
said to walk around
Why don't you
your
just
house
keep it
like
under your
full
pillow?
mast.
Then we know
Yeah, we'll smash your head
For
into
the-
the pillow and
For the
just
jerk
leave
off
you.
fairy.
No.
Yeah,
Jack
so-
off, fairy. You leave it lube and it jacks you off in the night.
Just a gay guy.
Pretty sure that's all.
It's just me.
Yeah.
A word. Yay. No, we're not. All right.
Are we podcasting right now?
Yeah, we are podcasting.
Are you
God,
sure?
this
I'm
has
sure.
just gone.
This is where
Downhill
the
already.
the rabbit hill has ended up here.
Where the
The rabbit hole. Open your stupid
Rabbit, rabbit holes.
Anyway, I got a question for you
I
guys.
can't blame you for that one.
Yeah, can we segue?
What inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence? I feel like I'm the host of Family Feud or something.
Kim Kardashian.
Top 10 answers. We serve in America.
Show me dog butthole.
So it begins.
Inanimate object. That is.
Is that an inanimate object?
My vote's on Kim Kardashian.
That's a living human being. Yeah, she's like 95%
She is
plastic,
literally
so.
just Chinese plastic.
I would say
Why would you get rid of concrete? All the buildings, all the sidewalks.
You just
You
want it
can
from
still
mud.
do that.
You can just go to a forest.
We all have to go
Get
mud
rid
down
of
the
every
highway.
major city.
New York had advantage so that I can go mudding.
We're getting rid of Brazil. I want to go mud.
I like sound effects.
What the hell was even the question? What inanimate object?
Yeah, I don't know. That's an oddly specific question. Like, why would you have hatred towards an inanimate object?
I don't know, maybe you stubbed your toe on a chair and now you're like, fuck chair.
Okay, but then it would just be a table.
Any guitar that has to do with Steve Vai.
Oh, McNasty's not gonna like that one.
McNasty, your response.
Kiss my asshole.
Okay, I told you he didn't like that one. I honestly don't have a good answer for this, Sue. Like, I've never been like, yeah, fuck that inanimate
I
object.
don't.
I'm trying to think of things like an inanimate object that would be annoying. It's like, why would somebody invent something that's annoying?
No, I got one. Styrofoam. I hate the sound of it. I hate everything about it. It gets everywhere. It's annoying. And it barely protects shit because half the time when you smash it, it's like just as hard as fucking concrete.
Mine would be packing peanuts.
Dude,
Fuck
packing
anybody that
peanuts
uses
are
packing
terrible.
peanuts.
Okay, dude, my sister, a long time ago, tried to convince me that packing peanuts were edible. But I said, no, they're fucking not. And she ate one and swallowed it in front of me and was like, see, they're edible. I'm like, I could go eat a fork. It doesn't mean it's edible.
What the fuck, dude? She didn't even dip it in ketchup?
Okay.
Yeah, was it like? Did she not even like roast it and lightly salt it? She didn't
Just
do
a
anything?
little bit of salt and then like
What
a
a
little
dumb
bit of
whore.
oil in the pan. And just, yeah, exactly. That's what I called
No
it.
season.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get offended by that. But
Canadians don't season their packing peanuts, and it shows.
Cringe.
because they're white.
Honestly.
So I have a
Yeah.
funny story about styrofoam. So whenever my PC was fucking up, like whenever I first got my PC, they put styrofoam around it, and I kind of ripped it whenever I was getting it out. But luckily, I kept the box in the styrofoam, so I had to send it back because it was fucking up. So the styrofoam was already kind of like fucky and getting everywhere. And I was like, you know, this fucking computer company will surely replace the styrofoam whenever I go and send it back. and they just reused the same styrofoam. So I opened it and it got fucking everywhere, and they reused it every single time. Like, I'm pretty sure the styrofoam was just like a little piece of styrofoam by the end of the bar, like sitting back and forth.
It was their last piece of styrofoam.
Honestly, dude, like
they just completely
couldn't waste like an extra $5 to get like perfect.
How much could styrofoam?
Well, I'm assuming that like the perfect fit mold styrofoam with this computer would maybe be more, but yeah,
maybe 30 cents.
Yeah, maybe 30 cents, but like it just kept getting worse and smaller every time. I could tell that they were also struggling with the styrofoam every time they opened it.
By the time you get it back, it's like a marble in a box.
Dude, it really was. It was just like a small piece. It covered like half of
this
it.
little tiny brick of styrofoam in the bottom, not even touching the PC. God, that is great customer service. Did they also send you back a PC broken 3 times?
2 times.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
Sounds like that's
well, the second time. Well, I guess the first time would be the first time that I sent it back one time, and the second time that I got it back.
Okay, hold on.
So technically,
the first time.
All right, so when I bought it, it was messed up. I sent it back, it was messed up.
That'd have to be the second time.
a lot of math going on right now.
Computer work
Third
now,
time
I think.
I'm just fucking drooling on my chair. Alright.
You smooth brain ape.
Did everybody even give an actual answer other than I feel like I'm the only an answer?
Are flies inanimate objects? I hate
Oh my god!
No.
Those are pugs. Do you know what an inanimate object is?
I would get rid of mosquitoes.
I would get rid of taxes. Is taxes an inanimate object?
No.
Wait, actually,
Is
man, they might be onto something.
I mean, taxes is just taxes is money, and you'd be taking away money.
Horseradish.
Yes, it is actually.
Ooh, actually, like wasabi is another gross thing.
Dude, what if
I'm
you
not
put
getting rid of tear
wasabi,
gas, I'm getting rid of
wasabi and mayonnaise and mixed up? It's pretty good.
Okay.
I hate both of those things. Wasabi?
A white person not liking mayonnaise?
Oh, I fucking hate mayonnaise.
Really?
Unless it's
Maybe
like,
Put on your sandwich. What do you put on a sandwich? Spit. Dude, did you guys ever have like a weird thing as a kid where you'd like chew something up, spit it out, and eat it again? Because
Absolutely not.
Are you feeding baby birds?
dude, I'm not the only one. All right, I've heard like from other people.
Well, yeah,
that
maybe
the same thing.
Did they
Special ed
also,
class.
do they also wear helmets?
Nah, dude, for some reason, whenever I would have like Chinese like, chicken and rice, dude, listen, I was a fucking stupid kid, okay? I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
You still are.
Yeah, suck a narc. I would chew it up, like to a mushy consistency. I would spit it back out, and then just like.
You gotta be kidding me, I thought I told them to stay away!
Cool, you would've like threw the mushy mixture at like a wall and just let it harden there or something, but you just ate it again.
Like,
Regis, weren't you supposed to keep them at...
I would. I don't know why.
Oh, great, both of them are here.
brain dead activity right there.
Did you guys ever like, when you were little, did you ever like role play with food? Like when I was little, broccoli I thought was like I used to pretend they were like trees and I was a dinosaur and I just like try to stand them up and I just like
and I'm the
smash my face off. Okay, you used to eat bird food. Regurgitated broccoli. I just used to like stand it up and pretend I was like a dinosaur and just like fucking shove my face into it.
Maybe because of your dumb heritage.
Yeah, no, I used to snort lines of hummus and it my dumb heritage really is strong with that.
Have you ever had
What are
hummus
some
before?
like? Dude, what are like some fucking dumb things?
I used to believe that if you couldn't see someone, they couldn't see you. So on Christmas Eve, I used to like, my parents would be sitting out obviously later than like the kids would like go to bed. And I'd like want to check if Santa came yet. So I'd cover my eyes and walk out to the living room and there's just like 7 adults just sitting there staring at me. And they would all go with it. They would pretend they couldn't fucking see me. And then like move my hands for like a split second to see if there's presents under the tree, then cover them and run back to my room where me and like all my little friends would be, and then just be like, all right, they didn't see me, guys, but Santa didn't see them. I genuinely believe that they couldn't.
Isn't that what dinosaurs also do? You were having like some sexual shit with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually used to have so many little plastic dinosaurs. Is there a dinosaur fetish? Did I have that?
I think you did. You pretended you were a dinosaur when you ate, and you thought if like people like,
if I can see that. I don't know. I really like dinosaurs. I was obsessed with like Jurassic Park movies.
There's something you want to tell us?
When I was a kid,
Dinophilia.
when I was a little baby, like 3-4 years old, I would sit in front of my grandma's TV and watch Jurassic Park, like the first one, like 9 times throughout the day. Like it would turn off. My grandma told me I would turn around and look at her, Jurassic Park, and she would like rewind it and play it again. I would literally just watch this shit all the time. Yeah, I used to have a dinosaur obsession too. I used to have like a dinosaur like bed set, bunch of dinosaur toys.
Dude, you're sick. God, Matthew's now the coolest one on the podcast.
Did y'all ever have like the glow in the dark stars and shit on your?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Peel them off and put them in weird spots.
I remember eventually I took him down, or I had like a parent take him down. And,
I still have them.
There was like one star that was still. It's probably still on the roof of my dad's house. Just one star on the roof that like nobody ever removed.
When I used to go to my friend's house, like when we were kids, whenever we used to make craft dinner, I used to take one noodle out of the pot when he wasn't looking. I'd run into his bedroom and I'd slap it onto the ceiling. And he didn't notice for like months and months until there's a small collection of uncooked noodles stuck to his ceiling. And they are still there to this day.
What happened? Get in trouble?
No, he just was like, fuck man.
You did that to your dad?
No, it was at my friend's house. I did it, like, it wasn't even at my house. I did it at his house. It wasn't even my own house. I used to just
House.
What's
the name of my own house?
His house. How's it? His house. My house.
I'm done talking on this podcast.
How did he eventually find out? And did you tell him it was you?
Well, he said he went to bed one night, and it was like a school night or whatever when we were little, and he looked up and he could still see light through his fucking window coming in, and he was just sitting in bed and just saw like a huge pile of noodles just slowly like accumulated to his ceiling. So
I would think I was going insane if I saw that.
No,
I would think I was losing my mind if I just woke up one day and there's freaking like mac and cheese stuck to my ceiling.
20 noodles. There wasn't cheese on it yet. It was just the mac.
Yeah, just like a boiled noodle.
Yeah, it's just a boiled noodle.
Yeah, those things are sticky
on
too.
It would like mold. Yeah, you could like stick them to anything. So I used to just fucking run to his bedroom, slap him on the ceiling, still there. And then I did it to my own house once with a big spaghetti noodle. And we had people repaint the kitchen, and they didn't even take it off. They fucking painted over the noodle. my dad went up to change a light bulb, and he fucking saw it, and he peeled it off, and now there's just this unpainted noodle strip on my kitchen roof.
I used to do that when I used to work with my dad, because my dad's a maintenance guy for like apartments, and he used to work for these apartments where the owner owned 3 different properties, and he would have me go to the other properties to like paint and stuff, like the inside. So like when people move out, you have to do what's called like a turnover, where you make a dirty room like fresh and new for somebody to move in, which means you paint, you fix like things that are broken yet. So my main duty was just painting, because you had to have like 0 IQ to paint. It's easy. And a couple of the properties were very, very ghetto. So a lot of like cockroaches, a lot of like dirty things, and there would just be like cockroaches smashed into the wall, and I would just paint over them. like little cockroach bumps all over the wall.
It's like painting over a used condom that's stuck to the wall.
I was just like, I'm not gonna sit there and scrape all the fuckers out, because I was a lazy fucking worker back then. And yeah, I was just like,
not much has changed.
Not anything has changed.
Yeah, but I would just literally just like cover cockroaches.
Over a dead cockroach. Can you imagine being the first day of moving into a new apartment, being all stoked, and then it's just like, there's a cockroach painted on the wall. Or like watch it slowly peel off the wall while you're eating dinner, just like this cockroach. Fucking
I used to literally go to that site, and like I would I would stay up all night playing Black Ops 1 till like 6:30 in the morning, and then I'd have to wake up at like 7, and I'd get like 30 minutes of sleep, go to work, and my dad wouldn't go with me to that site. It was the other guy that worked there, and he would like never check up on me. He would never come in to like see like, hey, how you doing? So I would literally they had these built-in ACs on the floor because they didn't have like big AC units. Have you ever seen that before? You like put them in a window, yeah. And they were like on floor level. So I would like crank it to 60, lay in front of it, and nap for like 4 hours. Like in the middle, I would lock the door too, so he would have to like knock on the door to like come check up on me. I'd like wake up, and I'd like grab the paint roller and act like I'm doing something, and answer the door and be like, hey.
Bone dry, full of crusty paint.
Oh, he'd come in, and the only thing I'd have done is like cabinets painted after like 4 hours of work. He eventually told my dad, he was just like, yeah, your son has like terrible work ethic, so we're just gonna have him not come here anymore. Yeah, I was just
God, you're the worst. Painting over cockroaches, taking naps.
I spilled paint all the time. I was terrible. Even the most brain dead job, I was still just god awful at.
Yeah, well, now you have an even more brain dead job that you're pretty alright.
For real, yeah.
So that's something. You're moving up in the world.
I've never taken a nap at a job.
I don't think I have. Oh, no, that's a lie. I worked for this moving company, but I didn't do the truck stuff. I worked in, like, their warehouse where they kept, like, their millions of boxes and their moving blankets and shit. And I made this, like, cubby out of moving boxes and blankets. And I just fucking napped in there. No, dude, these ones were fucking cozy.
I know, like, the U-Haul ones are so rough.
Oh, they were, like, brand new. Like, I just took them all out of the bags and just laid them out and, like, piled boxes around me. So if you looked in the little room I was in, you couldn't even see me, like, napping. You could just see a pile of boxes, so it looked normal. And I did nap in there once. And that was about it, so that job fucking sucked. All I did was pretend to sleep the whole time and just listen to music. Fucking awful. You guys didn't give any answers to the topic, though.
What was it?
What the hell's the topic?
Forgot.
God,
we veer off so much, it's just like...
Some things you believed in it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, well, I'm the only one that gave an answer, right?
I did believe that sex was when the shower would just run on your TV. My cousin told me...
Are you really gonna be that fucking stupid, you dumbass? Vampires are basically unkillable!
Like, sex was when...
Garrett literally told you that!
I thought that was
never take a shower as a kid?
Yes. And then...
No, I would literally go to school and tell my friends that I'd be getting laid, like, left and right. And it was literally just like...
I had sex this morning before school.
Yeah,
You're like elementary school.
At my uncle's house.
She's not being rational. She's going on impulse and emotion.
As a kid.
I bet those other kids were going home and telling their parents, like, hey, Eric said he had sex this morning before school, and they were, like, so concerned. It's just like...
Eric's dad's house is awesome. He always has sex there. Like, what? That is probably, like, equally brain dead to soup eating out of my face.
I can't believe you would spit your food out and eat it again.
Dude, I didn't know any better. Honestly, for some reason, I think that I thought that is what you had to do with Chinese food to eat it. Like,
specifically Chinese.
Yeah, like specifically Chinese food, you would have to like chew it up a little bit, spit it out, and eat it. I don't know why I thought that.
So if somebody gave you like steak and broccoli, you would eat it normally. But if there's beef and broccoli in a Chinese food setting, you'd be like, no, I gotta spit it out on the table.
You fucking stupid!
Correct.
God, that is...
Stop being Stop being irrational and emotional!
Anal.
You fucking idiot!
It's not?
So I was,
I mean, it kind of is.
Well, I mean, like...
Doesn't fucking matter if you're bound by blood, you fucker! She should still deserve punishment. At least a year imprisonment for her crimes.
Well, you probably just looked at your own ass and were like, well, that's the only hole, so it's surely that, right?
God, he will destroy everything if you don't fucking listen, you dumbass!
Is this all you have to say?
I respect your grace. All I can say is the truth.
At times I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The Duke huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the bite to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
Allow me to point out certain subtle but essential differences between a hired vampire and a fox, or game in general.
Truly, like the ones between a pathetic whip and a treasonous fence. Watch your words, Witcher.
You called on me, bitch! So don't threaten me! Because otherwise I'll let down from here, destroy your fucking palace! I don't care! Remember, witches don't have emotions! Should've listened to me, you fucking dumbass!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Give them the door defense to square and wall landing! So many lives lost!
Should've listened to me! Should've listened to Garrett, you dumbass! But no, you had to act all high and mighty because you're a queen! Fuck you! This is what you get when you don't listen!
It's all it's difficult. It's all we shall have.
You won't win.
This time I give no excuses. How will you?
Should have listened to me. But no, you had to act all high and mighty because you're a fucking queen. Go fuck yourself. I should really let these vampires kill you and everybody in this fucking place. I fucking would. I don't fucking care.
Sierra failed to appear in summer, and there, Declan's awakening seems not. Need to make some serious plans for our own now. It's gone too far, damn it. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Declan out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous. Is that how it is? The word dangerous is simply scandalous on the stage. Regis.
He means suicidal.
In due course, but first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could, with a reckless girl, liberate him in concern. Master really sounds innocent. I believe he suspects something. He must. He seeks to understand what happened. And for that, he declared war on the entire duchy. What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit. really want to free Sienna? Deadlock? You took seconds into that wise. It's hard to believe, I know, but Deadlock is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will stay city. So say I agree to this, because I might. Still no chance I'm happy either, well. I do not recall them suggesting this condition.
Fuck her!
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Sienna's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison. Hardly a reservation. Or an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must really decide you wish to. Good as Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times. Might know something more. There, you see. I knew you'd think of something. Bravo. At the meeting, what if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour and ends in a fight? To guarantee Sienna won't get hurt. It seems unlikely you didn't ask for a lecture on probability. He has a simple answer. Yes or no. I vow that the hair on her head shall come to any harm. I trust I dispel your doubts. Not so fast. I'm not done talking. How would I go about luring Deadlock out of hiding if I wanted to? The blood virgin. You see, somewhere in the divine is an unusual entity. What we can see, ancient, powerful vampires. The oldest and strongest. And two sides is this unseen evidence territory. All vampires open things while they're here. He need but say the word, designate time and place, and Deadlock will be forced to appear. So this unseen elder, I can convince him to summon Deadlock. We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But the locals, Olana, for instance, you know, she too. Yeah, figured it out. Alright, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What then? I don't know.
I knew Oriana was a vampire.
So I'm basically stuck.
Yeah.
I gotta give in to a black mirror. Fight him. You know what I would have thought? Should we free Sienna, arrange for her to meet with Deadlock? There's a good chance we'll also survive this interview. Deadlock included. Anxious. Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Deadlock. Who will you stand with? Should you decide your soul's the sole solution? I shall not stand in your way. Appreciate it. So I hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do? Crazy as the plan seems, I'll do it. I'll ask Damien about Sienna. You will obey the egg. Unmoved. Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a feel of the situation to start with. Come with? Of course. Many hands make light work. Damien could be in danger. Or dead. You think so? See battle hardened, or the few straps with the belt. Against humans, not monsters.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
must hurry. Each moment's delay is another death.
Formation. Ran.
That's it. It's David's brother. He was wounded. Let's go.
Air keeping on the street. That's found his face. Struck him back. Tracked around. I must have realized I couldn't hold his position. I would have found him coming around here. And even protected him. Come on. Oh, come on, Garrote! Slice, you shit! Remember, I'll say again, your men don't stand a chance.
Men, tend to the wounded and prepare to march out.
Doing the right thing. Now listen close. Silver. That's what we want to use against vampires. Your alchemists wouldn't to produce as much vampire oil as they can, churn it out in gallons. Then coat your blades with it. Keep an eye out for Alps and Roxanne, the shady ones resemble women. They're one moment, gone the next. Bombs containing silver splinters are a pretty good idea.
Thank you, Witcher. I hope your worth will come the Duchess pledged you, and that you return with the head of the wretch that did this, skewered on a hulk.
Got a different plan. And what would that be? All I can say just now is I'm gonna need Sienna.
You know the Duchess's position. Sienna awaits her trial, in custody.
We know it, but we do not agree with it.
You've that luxury. I do not. I swore my loyalty to her grace.
Folk are dying, many more will, because of one.
If her grace learns I love you, my head will roll.
The powers will follow unattended. It's still your better to take this. I fear we waste our time here. Come, go.
Wait. When last I saw Sienna, her grace was escorting her to the palace playroom.
Is it for children? You sure?
I served the Duke of Palace for years. I know its every corner. So yes, I am damn sure.
Playroom. So what? Dutch lock Sienna up in a dollhouse?
Honestly, I know. Look, I've told you once. What you do is concern mine.
Got it. I'll look into it. You get back to your barracks. Trace my steps. I'll be clear.
And you've gratitude. You helped us greatly. I helped poor Claire. At least I hope I did. Let's go, Jess.
Are you fucking joking?
You killed him. Ain't my one. You from your wife. We went eyes played honest. And I helped. That's
Thank you, I have no health. Literally none.
of course, reaches another fist fight with his door. Do you mind? Thanks. At your service.
Now, could you kindly move out of the way, please? Hello?
There's silence. Here. You should look around, please. Something inside. No, empty. We miniature tableware, plush toys, when he's stuck, the movie breaks its wings off. It's a shame the mechanism's damaged. Locked. What the? Found a notebook. Property of Isabel de Roquefort, or governess. The notes of Sienna and Donna Henrietta's governess when they were little. I'm not sure it'll help. But I suppose there's no harm in making through them. Sienna really dropped today. Freshly decapitated bodies covered in blood. As to why ever she would draw such a thing. I just wanted to do as a rendering of the nightmares just believed her was long as she could remember. Sienna does wake up screaming every night, seeing when she shares the bed with Henrietta. Curse of the Black Sun. Supposedly girls afflicted by it had horrible dreams, and the horrible that made some of them go mad. The girls quarreled today. You must know rather sadly they do not behave as befits future ladies. The incident devolved into fisticuffs. Anna Henrietta was first to strike her sister. Sienna came back as good as she'd gotten. By the time I separated them, Henrietta had lost 2 teeth. She ran off to complain to her parents. His Grace the Duke refused to believe my version of events. He laid all the blame on Sienna and vowed to punish the little one harshly. Henrietta did her best to have her sister's sentence commuted, but the Duke and Duchess proved unbending. I'm sure they know that she is so hard to shake her reputation. Today I accompanied the girls for the first time to the land of 1,000 fables. We spent half the day there. First we played with Thumbelina, and then with Barbara Rasa. I'm quite charmed for a brigand pirate. I'm beginning to suspect it's a bundle of floating down after taking a powerful hallucinogenic. Cannabis, luminaris. Shh, don't interrupt. I tip my cap to Master Octorius Vigo for his achievement. He's proved he has no equal in the Arcanauts. Wait, Artorius was never a mage here, a specialist in illusions, which means he just last warning. Stop interrupting while seeking a corner. If I ever wish to visit alone, we need to crack open the land of 1,000 fables and utter out loud the incantation. Expecto Dum. A book as the key to an illusion. My mind is growing interesting by the minute. The ages sent by the comet have arrived today. They came to examine Siana. I cannot know what conclusion they drew. His Grace now seems clearly upset. Curse of the Black Sun. There's no doubt that she died of the syndrome symptoms. Or rather that they planted on her. It goes on. I dared ask her to do what would become of the girl. He did not reply.
He's preparing to banish her.
I tutored the girls in Nilfgaardian today. See how that applies herself so. She has great difficulty memorizing new vocabulary. Lady Henrietta seems more gifted in this regard. Yet also prone to impish behavior. When she thought me out of earshot, she called me a good accuser. She and Siana laughed so hard they almost choked. Good is damned. Cursed. Accuser. In the melodious tongue of our non-regulated to the south, and the word describes the many-petal flower that blooms in that place we so unmelodiously call the crotch. This might sound improbable, but maybe, just maybe, Henrietta talks Siana into that illusion. Not impossible. She would be safe there, and I'm isolated.
That's just sweet, huh?
Look.
I said no, but it's a sweet, huh?
Tonight, a key tucked behind a picture. Nothing under the carpet. Did you expect something? Apart from the dust swept under there by Lady Chamberlain. Is it? Let's see. Expecto Ludum.
What in the hell?
Regis. Regis.
Great! I'm in Alice in Wonderland! I'm in Wonderland! Hooray! Of course there had to be a Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland reference in this game.
Let's see where this road takes me.
And of course there's a yellow brick road.
Everything's going wild.
Dum ba dum ba dum ba da dum. No, I'm not singing that song. I fucking hate Alice in Wonderland. I mean, I hate both Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz. Yippee. Dun, 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 with really bad eggs. Oh, fuck's sake.
Bloody hell, let him out! Oh, that my gingerbread! Now!
Oh, great. It's a nursery rhyme book. We're stuck in a nursery rhyme.
Hands off my half, dearie. If you wanted me to get across, then you own it. Now, what's this? A lost traveler?
Oh, great! It's the witch from the gingerbread house. Yippee! Oh, excuse me! Well, Geralt is kind of old, but... Hey, I'm fighting the white witch from the gingerbread house. Alright. Yo, lady! Can you come on down, please? Oh. How the fuck do I fight this bitch? Geralt, come on!
The wicked witch. Heard it, haven't you? Where did you put that key?
This is mine. How did you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charles. He no longer needs it. Here it is. Thank you. She'll make me for certain if you know. Is that you? It's been years, Jack. Have you come to play? No, I just want your wings, so you can breathe easy.
Breathe easy. Because you're in good play? What's that about?
Jack knows what I mean, so he'll tell him where the bees are as fast as he can. Isn't that right? Stephen, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them. Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all. Hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home. For instance. I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Honor it. She ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave. Where? I don't know. But just the boy with the thing for wolves. He should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's face. You better know. Because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoot.
Great, we're trapped in a fairy tale! Hooray!
So why is it you're here?
Searching for my lost childhood. Wound up in Cairnmore as a little boy. Don't quite remember how. Never had any toys. Never played any games. What do you think? Why might I be here? It's Deadloff. He's trying to force my Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summon monsters to attack Eau Claire.
Sounds like Deadloff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you get with Deadloff, you'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. Landed in prison because of you. You come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Yeah, surprises that you did to yourself!
What you say? Although the dying have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Deadlock was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
Just so you know, if you do betray me, I will put your head on a spike.
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes. Created by Artoria's ego. Anna, Henrietta, and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here. So you get best be on your horse.
Yippee!
Since you brought it up, and the knights Deadlock killed, what exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Duroc, Lacroix, Baron?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Like you said, yeah, there was.
But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious of the horse I got in my first attempt to escape. And I had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? I must have told you had me pegged. Before bothering to hear my side. Everyone does that.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Twisted princesses, mutants, and certainly heartless.
Even met one of you. And free of Graydon.
And was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
I had no choice.
Funny, Mom said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
Didn't have no choice. They chose to kick you out because they were fucking... They're selfish, inconsiderate, and heartless wretches that don't deserve anything.
What's with the beams? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are two ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beams.
Still don't understand.
Oh no, we're gonna have to fight a giant, aren't we?
Boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame. You know the tale?
Jack.
Unfortunately.
Beanstalk to a giant's castle. I up in the clouds.
Yep.
If you just find those blasted beams, There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stop one sparrow for just one.
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Jaws. So we'll be able to help us.
We're gonna have to fight a giant, aren't we?
Jaws can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mountain. It is some distance from here. That's the witch's house to the right.
We'll do that in the next stream. As always, a follow is well appreciated. And yeah, and also check out my YouTube channel. The link is on my Twitch channel page. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this stream of Witcher 3. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye. Yay, I'm gonna have to fight a giant, aren't I? And I didn't get upgraded swords. Fuck!